before the keke akwa me boy because of bibinti and come I the best chance here na me mo akwa be efa nyumtuni ne ho kidi eno nti na me boy me studio man say make say cancel lutrot atena say so create safo so atena say penifo e be ka me ho na o ma kira dwen ye hwe nim say o ma kan so ba be transe but ye ba be kwa ma no so na yakwa akodi enkomo na before ye be this enkomo no ye wo eni bi wo hanom sia ye be boy ne no etiefo na muntie because enkomo na ye de sha ase awie efa ayesa eni ansem a nyumtuni de tudwa nti you assume na yentie ensem no senior city yentie
Kenyans, we got to feel it. It's our responsibility, it's our duty. Because the Nigerians did it. Why can't we go? Did you need 3,000 Ghanaians from UK? Oh. Don't we have them? Oh, please, guys.
We need to go support our people. Yeah.
Yes. Shall we buy the tickets so that by next week we can also put it there sold out?
Yeah.
Charlie, it's every hour. Like we made the show will be sold out there. They started since.
They started since what?
Since
December.
Yeah, this is December. Oh, guys.
Guys, please buy tickets and go in Kwame Eugene and Kiddy support Ghana people. Yeah, there. From now is crying Ghanaians. Get tickets. Go support our people.
Okay. All right. So mami sensi anene subio ma etiefo muntie nyumtuni kwabna no oka say yentie ni bio.
Kenyans, we got to feel it. It's our responsibility, it's our duty. Because the Nigerians did it. Why can't we go? Did you need 3,000 Ghanaians from UK? Oh. Don't we have them? Oh, please, guys.
We need to go support our people. Yeah.
Yes. Shall we buy the tickets so that by next week we can also put it there sold out?
Yeah.
Charlie, it's every hour. Like we made the show will be sold out there. They started since.
They started since what?
Since
December.
Yeah, this is December. Oh, guys.
Guys, please buy tickets and go in Kwame Eugene and Kiddy support Ghana people. Yeah, there. From now is crying Ghanaians. Get tickets. Go support our people.
Okay, all right. So yembra studio no hanum say na yen shas ye kwabna ensema odi atudwa ne yesi show a baso ewo UK Kiddy ne Kwame Eugene 6th of March na sa show we MC di hu komo dawo etiefo se bia mrefia bra ora Dennis from UK akwaba ba entertainment reviews we oka sa asem ne say ma me kra me de tudwa say Ghana nyomtofo show Kwame Eugene Kiddy show mo ba be UK no Nigerian promoters bi no makwa form no be o man fa Ghanaian promoters well so kwabna no su say o mo nto tickets am for nto tickets so great
Kwasi
so kwabna say Ghana for Indigo apparently nipadodo afa 2000 na komu hwe nim se show no mo sha ase so mo advertise fiti be ya afie twemu nti be bosumi ko be 9 credit no ma sha ase o mo bohu dewro ni ade nti komu susu se nka ticket no ma sha ase so mo ton de ba na nka sold out but o mo say 2,000 capacity up to now among for
ahina yaton
we ntimi amfa no antudwa
but ntimi amfa dem no fa na sem nya sem because o say enye sold out but when ntimi ankyere say yaton 200 and I see yaton 300 ntimi fa na sem nya sem say Kwasi mention ade bia me say I always want to deal with issues from both sides because over the years now my hear a lot of mistakes where I listen to one side and I judge. I always want to listen to both sides because what Kwabna can say oh yento fine, it's in right direction. But to say and yes sold out and I say yento, I want to see the figures before I jump into that tangent. But Kwasi,
yeah,
you see a better no. It's not based on whether Ghana for eco show and now omunko show. It's based on the promotion. That is the underlying factor. Whether Ghana for eco show and now someone dear and normal dear no is based on the promotion. How did they do the promotion? Obi wetimi aye promotion bi amawa onye wadwen krampo so obeto kra obeko. Intino is not about whether the artists have the numbers or they are Ghanaians or they are Nigerians or they are Togolese. No. It is the promotion, organizers of the show, how well were they able to promote it, how well were they able to push the tickets or the interest in the people for them to come to the show. So it has nothing to do with the artists, but the promotion.
Okay. Medasi, mamima Councillor Literature nso emrem. Councillor Mintu, I mean, wait here asema kwabena kan. No need discussion, no say. Enkono de nisusu ne say nka by now. Bosumi beye kobe miensa san hi omo de nan omo bo show no ho dewro no. Nti ewie kra yen so yaboa na Ghana for no matter ticket because baby e doing there so say omo to ticket na 2000 capacity or see Nigeria for no timi yema omunuanom Nigeria for, and that the last time Westgate ono no bo 20,000 capacity baby akidi ni kwam Eugene kwakobo no chese hosha efa nipa 2000 baby a Westgate na no akobo ye no efa nipa 20,000 and so oye show no emprensa ni nyina were sold out na 2000 Ghana for adentu kwabena osu a wosu saying that ma minti your councillor
brother that's me here for now the dika misa say is about Kwame Eugene any kiddy. Now me track online I check it the last time Kwame Eugene any kiddy ebo show ewo UK. If you say it's just Socrates canon the artist ye didn't to bill no so no or no so ni here pa to sell or to help you promote whatever is going on because I didn't know turn say ubi nim senetia eya umbre anything and your target market and our target audience and so o turn ade na ma wono eno so e ka ho bi enti de edi kan me last show omko ye e wo UK e ko on same because promoter bia e be ya ade a o ya analysis ne hwe say enkrofo na me ni omo ba be ton won no ana ade na me de ba hand ma be ton no how does it go? Enti kwabna yes ano or fane fi onu ankasa ne anga be se kwabna ko UK best start lockdown time no ko UK ye uni show no sa show na ba out no ebi mu se na hoye ma obi si na camera tricks I mean those that we use obi si kai cameraman shooting say na then no man ko you know that kind of I don't know if you heard it but I heard that commentary ni nyina ba e enti me drop people be say kwabna yes sold out no according to analysis we yes see at say David odie no corner no and now yes sold out according to no Ghana Westgate sorry
as a matter of fact David so show O2 in fact David ba na de chie ba David bo arena enti David ba ade that's coming Saturday the following day na kidin suni Kwame Eugene bo. That's this coming day.
And I make us say, kwabna analysis no and say it's not sold out no. Sold out no expectation of 2000 I say ticket in year sold out before I start to show no yet I say but is a conversation coming from a comparison between onunu show bi wakobo and na Ghanaian artists bi akoho no akọ bibi na nkoso and I say promoter na yeah oka say dia mo promote show no dia mo say promoter to be to me ko ye den enti na onya tofo any ade ba ko enya hweye ade bia de man se koton a ade na koton no etisen asem wo ho enkrofo ani gi ho hwan mu na wo ton ama da se wo target market na ye Ghana fo am wo UK mumbra mbeto ticket na to de bia enko yie sa se Ghana fo na wo ho no e bia omo ani gi ho so ma behwe artist no performance ni whatever o ye enti kwamna session no here and there ade ba kwa de bia make can say Ubi say show no, how was it? Was you sold out and I kakra meti obi a organize show America. We be sana what can enum no kre. Oh yes, it was okay. The place was full to capacity. Make I say show be America to your city ticket ni asa. But then they go do and say microphone to ticket na mo ambetna. Show be am call America some time ago. I'm say 2 or 3 years ago. You see ticket na sa ye nya bi kranto. But you call show na say no. There were too many empty chairs.
Okay about show ni nyina no. Interestingly, me who be on social media. Me phone ni pa ko ni din, but you ni ba ko post to BB. I'm just checking to see say be me who all che yes show yi kidi ni Kwame Eugene show yi sold out too.
Was it sold out?
I'm going through. I mean, Udia also say me na me read the person wasn't Richard. That's why Udia mami huna minfa yeah. Was it? Okay, the monka.
Enti bra, na me ka be say yes he sold out. I said you did show the buy atete car. And now sold out in terms of audience.
Me who me who so only back comedian see Shoops. So Kidi and Kwame Eugene live in concert Sunday March 6 2022 from 5 p.m. to 11 p.m. at Indigo at the O2 in London. Order details payment. So floor standing, I don't know, floor standing. So that's £28.71. Any of them pence ana. Omo dey any of them.
UK
pence.
UK citizen the one.
Pence. And was sold out. Back on the 3 row J seat 66 to 79. £40 and 04 pence sold out. Back on the 2 end seat 33 to 42. £40, over £40, it's sold out. And the same L seats, I don't see a balcony. That's 46 to 55, and it's also sold out. And balcony, Nina sold out.
I didn't make us a kwabna game no can sold out no. Me ko show be I see VIP sold out. But me jina hona nkrofo stand to VIP. It means they sold out no. 10 seats no chairs be VIP a provision for VIP 10 sold out. Any popular stand 20 sold out. As I sold out in a bride, who educate me, I say, sold out in here, say, Nipanatenica. And auditorium na yama. Oh, because my coach show me that sold out in Crawford number. Come and see one side, sir, with social media. Any of the post show no. But I see sold out. And you come not sold out, no,
okay. All right.
And an artist, me no near boom.
Come not don't say sold out, or say, Yanto ticket no tomo, or say Ghana for some better.
Na artist, me no, come asem no. Kwame Eugene, any kid, you know, the combination alone, you know, some kid in Kwajinawa, Hana one, didn't you? Kwame Eugene Kwajinawa, one, didn't you? Is it promotion? Is it the people? Is it the timing? There are a lot of things that goes into sold out shows. From where I sit.
I say, my question is, Emrem na mintie or non so. Kwasi?
Bra.
Yeah, mintie.
Yeah, Kwasi. The Dikan, I think, sir, promotion, yeah. For to 1 week to the show, no. I think say me who say I catch the kakra, and you ma catch the kakra.
Promotion.
Yeah.
Na promotion almost starting, you know.
But what you say?
I can't say better 3 months. I say me.
But na and said and consistent. No credit enka. Promotion is I said they are okay. But it was between one shot, one tweet, one post. Bi ha ba ko. Na emwa no gidigidi ti said there ye hu said there kwabra akoto adum a ye discuss no over within the year. And of course for credit him kwabra as an artist. For credit him kwabra as an artist say at least no what to me I open up to actually put all of us to the table say yanka wants me. Because such discussion and can say be event organizers and another artists no cry and maybe on management can be and come to me strike our discussion we to increase the euphoria and everything because they tell say we event to London and with my small experience for the last 10 years kakra in doing event to London one of the name Kakdiba Kamerun say, UK focal programs like they have different units, friends, Ulamak, like, and they have joined, they have into, for example, some of the ticket demarcations, who check flyers in a year. For example, you have to look at Goko's Bar, you have to look at Anticates or Barking, you have to look at Kinky House, you have to look at this. There are all these places. Those times, Kumasi Market, will be central, Dustin, or Sansu will be Barking. All these areas, see now, there are some big time barbering shops, guys, Biswa. Because they are very influential. Almost so as a Ghana for echo pa because once the culture I London, Obi Asra Marchen or Juma, our Marchen pa or Juma. Obebe Fino, nay, 5 p.m. Into Bukra one come yedi, crown until Kwasi be a canwasam. Possibly the only year with me target Abenyano and say, with Ruha, Obeko Ebi Afro shop a Kodija. Into Odruha, Obenya visibility, Kiddy. Eugene flyer O2 and a boy into Obenya access no to be. One said the strategy you know, and we've used this strategy to over the years between and we beside a year Dennis Alodiam. We've used this strategy for the last years.
But now okay and Obo Alodia Dean we didn't come with you and say 970 be your catcher and say in fact we catch organizers in the crowd big Nash said Nyakabna and A Mguasie. Only video no crime free social media, but unfortunately, to me, if you're and the issue is that it's as if Kwabnano and UK, London, how organization here.
Good.
Ghana for no, per last minute a day. Show no aka a day. In fact, sometimes a day of the show.
Yeah.
And I was a man for Dimrika ticket. So it doesn't matter, say, about 2-3 months. I'm a ticket. So Oba Lord and also for years organize events, and this is what he was saying.
And that's the truth. I work with him. So obviously the Okano is that because I remember said Daddy Lumba show cry or London. I think so from 5 years ago, so 4 years ago. I mean Lumba Bedru Airport, ticket at said they are not shoes for numbers. Ticket I be a baby or VIP I thought 20. Which I regular popular you talk 40-50. Which within time Lumba Bedru Airport hot digital for announce yeah live from airport that Lumba or Kakaso my bedroom in London cyber so within that period to almost like thousands and tickets have been sold. And I think sir that another fact in this say it's important to also say one more organizers say no promotion one more event it's important so be partner with the Ghanaian media near London because typical Ghanaians they listen to most of Ghanaians they listen to the local radio and TVs near UK now but into me I would love say
TV they say
yes now they say now from but like I'm saying the radios need there effective.
Okay.
To organizers and no more partner.
All right.
Then they will rather do the promotion on behalf of them. It doesn't matter who the cash is going, but I'm saying that for them to get that, important somebody uses our local, to be able to give them the support. Either than that, a big problem. Should your man announce what it means is that so that between seat 44 to 56. So who counted since 44 to 56? It means that 10 people and at us ICP which is occupied. So
that's crazy. Mamima anodum brim na onusun kakaka. This whole issue in the cover by video kwabna ni yabo. Anod meet you.
We for chemi. O summarize the kwabna kai nana. Did you summarize? No, because only video no to no me I'm share although I've read the story. So I wanted a summary of what exactly he said.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. And just for the benefit of not to give maybe wrong.
Yeah.
I'm quite no.
That's it.
For your sake and your society for you mutin. I'll just repeat the voice again.
Good.
All
Thank you.
So therefore, yes, and TBU.
Responsibility is our duty. Because the Nigerians did it. Why can't we go? Did you get 3,000 Ghanaians from UK? Oh. Don't we have them? Oh, please, guys. We need to go support our people. Yeah. Yes. Shall we buy the tickets so that by next week we can also put it there sold out? Yeah. Ooh. Charlie, it's every hour. Like maybe the show will be sold out. They started since. They started since what? Since December. Yeah, this is December. Oh, guys. Guys, please buy tickets and go in Kwame Eugene and Kitty. Support Ghana people. Yeah, there. Kwame is crying Ghanaians. Get tickets. Go support our people.
Sir, Osi Kwame soon. And to ticket. By December. Omusha says you are more ton. Ghana for 20. You need Ghana for by and Pimbe Miensa. Indigo no fa be 2000 inti entimi nipa 2000 inti bia ne ye bebo ama monkoto ticket no Ghana for Kwame Eugene Kidi e bi ton 20,000 so that me san
I say Ghanaian artist clamor for another Ghanaian artist or show. I think it's come. It's really interesting to actually see that the unity, the seeming unity amongst Ghanaian artists to the point where a Kwabena will go somewhere and be agitating and I say or say Ghanaians better tickets to a Kwame Eugene and a kiddie show. But I have a small issue with Kwabena. And over the period, I don't know if anybody else has observed. Over the period, Kwabena always has issues with Ghanaians. Just go back and check every interview he's granted. I am an opportunity to talk about support, Ghanaian, enablement, any the KK count. He has never or rarely talk about the positives. Ghanaians, as patrons, as their supporter artists. I'm not saying he's been 100%, but anytime he gets the opportunity, it's always about support, denigrate, push talent. Every time he gets the opportunity, it's always complaints. And sometimes I wonder. So the Kwabena elevation, when they're responsible. Even all the artists that sometimes he talks for, why elevation, respective elevation, who is responsible? I say every time, every opportunity he gets, it's about you people are not doing that, you people are not doing this, you people are not doing. And for me, I'm sick and tired of it. I am seriously sick and tired of it. Even if you want to condemn,
and you mean for when fan to
yeah, go ahead.
And it's and this came from Alodia.
Yes.
I mean, in Dean Como na or Chimu said, Wama promoters in Krati said. Kwabena for in Onudio and it's disgrace to even the people promoters near the war. And he think that maybe until the dynamics of how Nyama working with UK in terms of show.
I won't be surprised.
And it's last minute son until no, said 2000 Kidi and Kwame Eugene can feel the indigo.
Yes. Yeah, and I side with him based on history and how I'm monitor Kwabena in the interview and how he talks down on the Ghanaian support. Even on this video, let's even assume say yes, Ghanaians are not supporting. I'm sure say there are a couple of people and I say thousands of people are on my tickets. Why wouldn't you big them up first and say, oh, more matono, my idea, blah 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 blah, more makano. Yes, the way you go about it. But this gentleman is always I'm not kidding. Anybody can go back and check his interviews.
So what about this one too?
Yes.
Abia. On our sacrificial lamb quote. Say promoters in the pushing anod. And omdena ko jina and also yes I do. What about that?
I don't care and I would forget lamp. The core matter is event promoter a response. The last time we spoke about event promoters at the time Akwaba guy in the bar. Duty. Their duty is to ensure that the event is highly promoted and marketed. Because the ordinary Ghanaian no tiono. Masa, he also 24/7 is not about who is coming to perform our O2. He's hustling and bustling. And so you need to move to the person. That's how come there's an event promoter and there's an event organizer. Promotes the event. How well was it marketed? How well has it been marketed and promoted? To the point where, yes, So you should be targeting the promoter.
He mentioned Nigerian. I see Nigeria for now Yama Munkro. So just before, I mean, Kidi ni Kwame Eugene Koi. Now Whiskey Dakwa Koye Irina, which takes 20,000 capacity. Wayeno 3 in a row. Our turning sold out. Do we know a idea all cano? Do you think say yes? I see as you comparing ourselves to the dear normal year, dear normal to me a ball arena. Because from almost 15 years, I say 20 years, Indigo O2, the Ghana for always have been able to fail it. That's the question. That's
the question you should be asking Kwabena. So before he came out to make that declaration, investigation, any research, to actually figure out, okay, Nigeria for no me and say, promotion at this level, marketing at this level. They ensure say every nook and cranny heard about it, every household heard about it. What investigation did he do? What research did he employ to actually come out with this declaration? Say any supporter. Let's even go into the core matter. Like you said, fifth match. Davido is playing on O2 Arena. Seth.
It's fifth.
No, fifth. Davido is playing on
a Saturday, before, which is fifth.
Not a day before. Yeah. And then who? I don't know who. And I don't know who. I don't where a place Kidi and Kwame Eugene the next day. I mean, come on.
Why not? Aden.
Senior. It's like Ronaldo did you. I mean, let's more. It's not. This has little to do with patriotism and stuff like that. Let's check the weighting. You understand? Let's give Ketska now. It's not about
understand the mentality and say Davido is sold out.
Long thing. Sometimes you need to be strategic. Do you what I say? And correct me if I'm wrong. Stonebwoy was supposed to play a show around the same time. I don't know if it was the same Davido or Wizkid, one of them. And then he had to postpone it. Because, boss, you were classes. You were pedigree. I'm not saying to denigrate anybody, but the fact is fact. And if Davido is playing on the 5th, and then you place a Kidi and Kwame Eugene on the 6th, boss, now marketing anyway, no qualify. Clearly, you would have issues like this.
Before I be Ghana for na cry, say one more call sorry. Call club Saturday no. Sunday na tell them. In Tibia Ghana for na nko be call Kidi ni Kwame. Ebi o makoto Davido.
Long time. Longest. You understand? That's what I'm saying. Let's face the reality. Because that person or it's not as if said to you. It's not as if say we are a week. But so me too went to me another one after way back, and I have a choice to make. So what do I do? I have a Davido on the 5th, I have a Kidi and Kwame Eugene on the 6th. I'll make my choice. Now let me get back to the comparison. No more, say Davido. 3 Nigerians on my headline O2 in history. Davido, Wizkid, Burna Boy. 3 pair. You see, I can tell you for a fact, says the ability to sell out, and they don't sell out to Nigerian people. I add mixture of every music lover or UK in its environs. There's Ghanaians womb, Nigerians womb, Hispanics womb, Latinos womb, UK for womb. Nobody has been able to do an empirical evidence research and tell me say Wizkid 3 days straight event Nigeria from Kwana affiliate. It's a lie. That's exactly, it's a fallacy. If you don't tell me say Ghana for no 2,000, are we not here? No, I mean your target is quite wrong. You should not be targeting the Ghanaians. Target almost every music lover who is a fan of Eugene, who is a fan of African music. Don't say, oh, and I Ghana for no. Why you telling me say 2,000 for money? You Ghana for no. What are you saying?
So and your patriotism now, they share shows.
No, you understand? So me have a problem with where the complaint is coming from.
Okay, all right. May I say and I does into you be calling tell. Ola. For microphone na me into you, I'm sure say wait ye be a kama. Anga be na be fefi nia kwabena esu a wo sun.
Oh, me jiri say su a wo sun de ye know that say bi mpanisi say wo hu say uni abodju say share na de odi anu so for you know e bia enche ono so be kwa show UK so yen support yen show bibi said the support you say be do yes no nipa so be boa but the mare ho bebre ene say omo promote event you know I think say minim arrangement or money kid in my year. I don't know contract or my sign. I don't know how they planned their promotion. I don't know how they even determined the day on Bayeno. But I think everything is wrong.
Adding.
I know that it can't be actual. The timing is wrong.
Because the video but before that, Ninti.
Bruh, yeah, entertainment review this time. Obi entertainment show, baby. But Obi a tear.
That's a fact. And that's what how you are the way in the channel on TV because what I mean. It's a fact.
I didn't know say me TSK Koshe Kwame Eugene and ne Kidi. Abra a day after or so. Me kwa the video and I know so ono bano ono kwama. A lot of phone babe support it. So the A-list artists in Baby na bebem. So why should I pay to watch these two? Why ne plan is our program? Why ne push is our program? Why there? So am I blaming maybe the Ghanaian
promoters near Nigeria for you?
And that is what I found very upset. How?
How many links for no more?
It's in the promoters in Nim said there was a bigger show coming up. They knew it. So why did they do that? Is it a way to embarrass us, to make us feel little? Be a bit about some more. Always can on but
2,000 Indian can also because maybe I weigh near 20,000 in 2,000. They said
the same UK. The same UK.
The same venue too.
The same venue. Ghana for me no mu drew airport crowd be anti yanko sham. Against the video tin the private jet ma or prommotion. So on difference no. The video tin the private jet me share the video now I'm say rather that be ni be drew. Was it it's 8 a.m. the morning I just woke up. UK stand up. Me who ye knew me do amoye afan. Some difference.
The one who kidi ojina o to we hu so ye.
Bra. Mama onim ye buye ho abofia dodo. Em say na alata fo no so eye bia man no. Omo say mo na asa mu carry mu hu ye. Etine we mu de obeya mo bia omo pe. But I can tell you say either say omo hyeda. E no mo de ye boys 2 ye kwa egu ye ni mu ase. Anase bia adwene wo mten so mo andwene ye and mo a lot ya bubefu because well enye say we nyom Ghana for na push we ntie bad because e ya kwa say I didn't know see enso ye big artist be gino be patch see enkoto ticket why I didn't know person ogu ye ni mu asesa senkala tafo no contact ye
no patch aden
no ayenim guase bra a chop anye bone but me pamocho mo nkoto ticket nkwohwe me kwahwe nya den
I'm penny cry to me patch us into abamanu so what is the problem
when debut we o pamacho say me mi bottom sika me go to aba me ntieska but what you say me go to aba me ntieska e no na nche no me mi bottom sika akwa kotua be na the same amount na be ma me bigger show which is coming immediately after Woody, no. It's I think that it was ill planned. I mean, they should have put in better planning for this one. And maybe saying too late, they can cancel the show. Oh, how? Oh my God! Because it's better since when you go Kugwesi.
And your independence is no more force show.
You see, I heard last year say Ghana Independence Day. Yes. A lot of 4% me show one our UK.
So it's independence.
And a Ghana phobia, you might say, "There are then a year Independence Day or money be show." But yenya Ghanaian promoters be almost kebi an we show no ala tafo mo nka we won say o yengo for Ghana for no so may because Ghana for independent
then is by can say one say the deal was Ghana for no mo person mo ye Dennis mo ne mo team mo person mo ye but apparently Nigeria for sika no 1 and 2 almost say Nigeria for promotion no mo edu
how
seeing Ghana for promoters no. That's the reason why. So it was like they gave the bait to the Nigerians to do anything I could do.
But Ghana's independent show cannot and should not be limited to just these two boys.
DJ Mensa sent a message back. I said, "Come on, the show will be sold out."
Yeah, it's good to keep your hopes up. I mean, yeah, let's hope for the better.
I can see show no. I mean,
no, but I don't agree with him saying it's Ghana the ABB last minute, you know. And etina mo muti first can show no go to why you show say last minute obe show say ubenyeska no nyeska that's why they are not investing
but that's your attitude
no but we can change that ebi an na kwabna bo ame aye no
katia Ghana for so we answer say suban
and Ghana for mpacho mo say suban because the moment Davido announced that they will be having this show people started buying tickets eti time ni bedu na ticket na sa eti no obi odini sika shame no what me make proper projections but yeah said the Lord there can cry obetina sia on the night of the event you know and abon say beba na matutu na unsunu gujem Now we told her now man's way. They say UK is started to talk. It is so good as well.
Obia or ye event to Abruchi we have a catch. That is our attitude.
The Ghanaian attitude.
Yes.
We should change it. We should change it. By changing it, it goes to promotion and giving people the reason why they should be there. Ghana a year event have a bit started promotion 2 months. Just create something around it. Let it be lively. Let people have a reason to be there. But so who event now artists no mobile on Babe headline event or maybe do airport no or yeah na kwako to Bali Street you picture. I will be I mean promotion Papa Ben.
Medasi. So Tilly create Papa Bekanza Tilly Bonatel Kakrama na yanko your next issue. So Mintio near Kosu UK we're helping to sell the show for them.
Michelle Bibia. Some conversation with Senka. I hope say after the set match, they bring a chance as I review the happening now. Because to me, I won't project say BB wrong and they might not be able to sell out the show. It's 2,000 as against 20,000. Somebody pulling 20,000. I don't think say Links Entertainment together with I know they are using Smith events now. Yeah. Sir, I deal with
said the same people connected with Afro Nation.
Yeah, Smith events. My checking the pages now. On now when we say promoting more hard pan, and they are selling tickets. Tickets. The day they announced the show, they had 3 online big ticketing platforms are money or more selling events. So I'm not sure say they will wait for such an event. Not much not my be last minute trasa. Mind you, Kiddy has a very 2 big labels behind him. So Mika, I'm not surprised say this happened like a year right after or signing that kind of deal. And these people they have reputations they have to keep. So Tenase and she say more artists or more signing wa hakidi now the first time I could be basar and I be try it won't happen that way. So Mika say I will hope say this conversation a bit me have a post-mortem after the event. Then you who say okay maybe decision way na am decision way but your projection say maybe on my so my say enye juma and know her aside that I think say yeah artist na kasa me fa Kwame Eugene any Kiddy personality Mukoye show a big that's the whole nation is looking up to you. Any other countries are looking up to you. Say okay, Ghana for Mukoye, Yenya said there's a competition around and all those kind of things. What happened? I interviewed Kiddy and Kwame Eugene together for an interview. Musho no Mukoye no everything, nothing outside the show. Everything ticketing bia. Guess what? Michelle Link and I share show now. Kwame Eugene he doesn't even care. On share that. Meanwhile, the conversation is about the show you are going to do that you sat down for an interview. Meanwhile, Kiddy on the other hand, he wants it to go out because when you say online, it has no boundaries. Anybody can watch. You don't even know who is watching. But Kwame Eugene and fun, that is even aside. The point is that artists playing shows all too and you're automatic. It is money. And money comes with planning and money. You can plan a year-long event when you have the money. When you have the financial backing, and I think say our artists, even this one that they are going to do is just like a stepping stone to what they want to do because Kiddy said perfectly. So on O2 Arena, and so this is just a stepping. So I just think that they shouldn't feel say people that show up for the video, any Burna Boy mo, any Wizkid mo, they are only Nigerians. They are not. They are Africans or more diaspora no mu show up. So instead of them concentrating or instead of Kwabna saying Ghanaians can't Ghanaians show up for them, they should say can't Africans or can't Ghanaians convince the other Africans out there to pull up for Ghanaian artists. Because mind you, say me a Nigerian and that's a me call the video show. I'm making sure I am convincing my Congolese friends that I'm in the same hostel with. I'm convincing my Kenyan friends to go and watch. And they should find a way of now placing themselves heavily on the UK platforms that project African songs. I know, say, Shopsy, he does that. Beats, they all do that. So they should find a way of placing themselves on the media so that they can get to the people that they love, African songs. We shouldn't talk down on the boys like my mistake. I think that Empire, if they are involved in this, Links and whoever, they won't put money down only to know, say, or not to do any research. Let's give them the benefit of the doubt and support as much as we can.
Okay.
Because mind you, even Kwame Eugene and Kidi, they are going to play at the same platform. No, they all have different audience out there.
Okay, so says made a same kind. Again, DJ Mensa OTA was sending me back. Say, point of correction is not only Smith, but Smith and Aquaba UK.
That even better. Even better because
which means that Dennis has jump on board.
Yes.
All right.
And it's better because these promoters, they all have a reputation. Maybe some kid in the comedy interview say, which promoter are you working with? They were all defensive. And I'm saying that we need to know because we all know the reputation each promoter has. And I'm sure Smith will not do or maybe be trasa with Aquaba UK phone. This is something they also have to prove a point. Say you don't only need Nigerian big artists to pull the crowd, but you can do it even with the Ghanaian artists. So I think they have a point to prove and they will prove it.
May I say, Mamin Kai most more comments in the BAT for I'm Alex Kumi and I reside in UK. For the past 3 days, I was trying to buy tickets, but it sold out. Oh. All right. Ikea Frimpoma says, Kobina's frustration is why Davido's own was sold out, and ours is less. It's not sold out. Okay. That's Ikea Frimpoma now. Ras. Bob Gazi, I know you're also a hypocrite. Anytime you have the opportunity to talk about Kwabena, you look very bitter. Well, Fifi Benji says, still comparing ourselves to Nigerians. Very sad of us. Owusu Asante Ramsey says, welcome Saturday afternoon voice in Accra. No dispute about that. Ira Obin says, how much publicity or promotion has been invested aside using their own Facebook walls or pages and shared statuses by friends? And to this one from Candy Love Kofi says, I think Kwame Eugene and Kidi will succeed because plenty people know their songs in London, UK. Kwabena, please, chilling alone cannot bring development to Ghana. Please use the same platform to do what? To save what was that's Dr. Kalipo Nodiana by now Shmeda O2 says Kwasi, another thing that they can add to the program to catch attention is when one can take a picture with the artist. That will be an incentive as well. Okay. No me no kain. I cap fan for Daramani Atnas here. 26 February 2022. Na mbese atisa semwe fi honum say tell saa de we akwa say misinformation niam bi honum a to de bia Shatawale or can same be na nsem na oka no obehun say na is a grown word, but it also misinforms people. Back we sa enkomo last week ye di ne enkomo about say royalties enfie be ye dunum 30,000 pen wenya no at least per information so created in my or hanum saying somewhere last week it goes to say in somewhere shatan so cano yes anete creating impression say for the past 15 years the only time abia org royalties any, and I've seen people even saying all kinds of things. Did attempt near Kahunina because Shatakaka said first time OG royalties ni. And I think that information and Yaman be your kind so the diagro, but it's not nice. Shatter that bit of information. So maybe if someone has dropped your money, you should look for it. No, I wouldn't even say okay, someone has dropped your money. You should find out if indeed the past royalties in wine and the could in the same, and not to create impressions that this is the first time you're receiving a royalties. That's a bit disingenuous. Nyaman bi a okay kind of sa na kwesa agro. To say Nancy ba could be a me who ye. I don't know how true. I'll just cross check it about this Jackie appear and some shata kafa no we. You see, say Jackie de koko to say day. No about trust you. Jackie to you no play cry. So great. So Mami Mbusao. Nyamika, you said it categorically, say unim for a fact, say what facilitated in the past in terms of royalties, say bia shata gamru ni royalties aba na wabuama ebia baby SSA kono eko meboa.
Yeah. And me say na some way say nye secret anasi bibio. A bandes and the debrem it on 2 occasions.
Okay.
Bandes na debrem of my office. So you can also call Bandes and verify.
So Nyana can say we say that information and the post will make you a bit disingenuous. Say akwa say we yes na say unni no kure. Creating impressions. Okay, this is the first time 15 years in the 30,000, and I've seen people interpreting it so many ways about say where your mind says DH so many if and you 15 years no royalty the first time all those bits
is it 15 years afa na onya sika esombo to 30,000 and I say onyi bi da because asema okan no minim say if it is to interpret say onyi bi da and I say afa na wenya sika be 30,000. That is
so 30,000 or 30K for 15 years of music. Ghana, why? Which I'm saying?
Well, Yamani 30K for 15 years or yeah, it could be say in trying to defend him, no, it could be say this is the first time I went 30K. Over 15 years of music. This is the first time when you're 30K. And yes, this is the first time when you're scared.
So, say, who defend the shatter? And yes, you looking at it objectively and see, say, mentias here, so be true, mentias here, by saying that all support in your defend because menti wanna say.
Okay, Nia me chane say, asemono, ubeti me afan from different angles. This word, when I'm in the first. I would like to err on the side of Shatta. Say, he means say, for the first time, no, I feel when you're 30,000. That is what me Metias here. For the first time, Lucifer. For the first time, no, I feel when you're 30,000. Yeah. Nse hunkwa no tiedi. Nti Kwasi me sa na meti ase because Kwasi unim I don't know say adentira mo bi asema me ka wa hanse na ye use di ayi me kai pa ne me kire this young man Lucifer as he say me can see some time back prako ni momo issue bi crampo ebe mu Emma Bulldog who bedi mu when Bulldog had to explain say Shatta chair and some family bills BB there was some money also that was paid through Momo.
Lucifer is a series on Netflix. One of my favorite series.
Oh, okay. No Sheche.
On Sheche. Yeah.
Very handsome man.
Yeah, very handsome man. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Then that's different because this one is not that handsome.
He's tall. He's tall like Arnold too.
He's tall.
Yeah.
Oh, but handsomeness I take it Yikakra. Arnold, but he's not that Arnold is not that handsome. Kwasi?
But Lucifer was not bad though. He's not a bad person.
Lucifer.
Yeah. He was a very kind man.
In the series.
Yeah.
That's another deviation. Kwasi, I believe Pa say near Shatta was trying to say, and say for the first time in 30 years, 15 years now, I feel when yes car bear 30,000. That is how me
well me ntiase why you can't come because you see defending on
I would like to err on the side of shatter. Say okay at this point no say no person kire na say you know Kwasi mo friend na no ti mi kire mu fine but me ni wa no churo e nyina na ye kan ye ntiase and ye dey kan Bible
ye kan ntiase on any statement me say
Kwasi say the way shatter churo no there sɛ te sɛ deɛ wokan ya wote akyire na hu ne tenten a ne nkyire mu kakra wɔ ha sɛ ɔhyɛ ne music ase 30 years 15 years no afei na yama ne royalty. That is the interpretation. Saa na me hu ne tweet ne post no. That's saa na me hu until for all these years no, and I happen to be there at Gamro and I know sir
Socrates but scanner moje no mo de command there.
Oh, say me the bread me and na make last me can say my
the command no
and you're not personally na me share in some
o de man hwan
and me can say either ne papa ana Chris emumu ba ko
enti unim say scanner kokan nza
minim
so ade jante betimi a safe to say bia sa nipa me no abom din e bi o mama nka nsa.
Well, but it's a check in his name.
And until be 15 years, so feels okay.
Well,
this is the first time.
It may be, but it's a check in his name. Into enya dia ebia we betimi akoyi na sibi, but ebia na nkanensa. But me can say if my memory serves me right, it will be either Chris or ne papa.
Okay.
Omumu mienu, omumu ba ko.
I don't know man can artist na nkasansa.
Oh, they say usually, oh chale check biabo. Oh, any member Chris ana frɛ your friend say couple ne
chale no ye hwan ya
me like me say me oba me bona man ye say check
oba hwan ya man ye
shatter like check abedi me nsɛm
and you no instruct say farmer way ana smesi way
me kai if my memory serves me right me kai say oh yeah ache asaba me kan ache mbacho
your memory is 77 but the thing is so one who say the man do way yes from kono says so get permit facha me kakra you happen to be a senior industry person nti assembly awo can be no ewo connotation ewo different angle we have, like you held a very high position when it comes to and even in the career of Shatawale and Kasano like majority of me how I want in a relationship here like bibi kra ne ba e won ye fro se bibi besi won ye fro everything nti in matters of this nature no especially when it concerns to check abia specifically enye check abia yatro artist ni di woso abia Charles ni mensa woso obi antumi nko cash no yes specifically abia cash check it is on you as Sokresabu to make sure say
maybe idea back and just you be kind of pain was in the pain. It says Socrates maybe I found be pay my say me a shata try ne die entwe ye and I bro me can say disingenuous say we sana so tunfu trogu amanfo ni so na akwa say okay first time I wonya eni but no so na Socrates onye because I see I'm erring on the side of shata enti ni oye na nya kura me fuaso.
And so but and then the memory is serving him right. So Ama as saying we don't know where the position is because on one side no you are erring with shatter and then also your memory is serving you right. So we want to know but media I want to the nipo bet me a solve problem where in our mind has to do with Aboagye, which is a Gamro CEO because Sikabia Biano it has a record at Gamro. For the last 10-15 years, Sikabia Abraham Ba, Sikabia Obiano, there's records. And I believe, sir, in the matter before us, no, said the same way die anymore. A bear much proper, sir. You bear free Abraham, not Abraham, so 1 million records, duty record of time being possibly with even figures because Shatter has brought out figures. So there's nothing to say, we be kata figures, biaso. Almost for the last 10 years. Tama you Shatter register as a member of Gamro no Sikado do sign and what to metria every Gamro dia mano I mean do I hear mobile money and do I hear check you do command directly na yan satra some once and for all na obi bia so monjo because the way because they say Socrates another reference say ba ko ba na e bulldog ho na koye and a bull Shatter catch the bulls on fan ko tua bibi and the figures are not correct in terms the way a sequence ne kono one ye careful about implicate obi and na akofa asama ba nti yema Abraham on be ade no so man na yan clear out where we stand in terms of this disbursement.
Okay, Ola Mintio, I mean this whole issue about 30,000 any the account at the end of the say okay nice okay because okay me dey pay attention but attention so now utia obi na so uti obi say bi obi ntore so na okamudui now the eyes okay me pesa man focus say akwa ya de so no utia na de so de but oh ha kwa no so utie na de no so no minti ola
me that's right dog no cranny say when it comes to royalties you are represented as you. There's no company. It say yedisike mashata is needing as shatawal in the manner. And yet company be no be akwaji so the kwakwe by ubetimi akwaji amano. If say you or no authorized say by gene check manner, but it is needing munewo unless he gives a bank account B. And also you on one idea, then they write you that account. That is
even Momo Kwan Senwa. Momo no Kwan reference no eba Solomon Kwasi Aboagye eba amount ne ya ma reference Ghana so Gambo yeah
exactly.
Until that's how it exactly be a obetumi
it do be a or kase and maybe obi koji scan or kodi koye bibi no me patch on pese me correct ni say oni madwuma we dada oni say yenjema yenkoye ni
patch your point of correction in those days no more can say omoma your friend say momo they said they send it through momo no more the number be emaye shatter the number be maye and it came and making reference the way attention in neighbor so say
attention
only the person who has received something in that direction. Sorry, me kai say that issue no so ba up. Emma ye almost resolve we.
But some now all can be so say for the past 15 years or year nyum no. Afin your money 30,000. Afin one year BBA free gamro. Oh Ghana why? Ni sana metiase. Which I find say sebi I mean borrow brawi asem no. That man ebia I know I confused kakra. Ebi wa share that kasa just to get attention. Babu who no bed down and who not or more involved no I from no I can't for fracture. He does this for attention. But in the midst of all this, no sign exhibit how ignorant he is in these matters. But
there is information to say in foot try to go among for initial.
That is where the ignorance comes in. He's exposing himself.
Yeah, very important, sir, because OBGHR they said they're gonna to but 9 years or 15 years. Why GBA?
Exactly, because the Gamroyan said this time around, Omoye distribution twice a year. Eti when year last year, the second part at the end of 30K. Eti this year first part beba, second part besamba. So it's not like what to for the past 15 years having a do bro. Now yes, auntie they say, look. Royalties no enya ketia o enya wonyum to agetia na dey ma o it no I don't know I think say also obinya adaje na o schoolie on all these things wonyum no waji hu sika nyina woji hu sika but we adodo de bia ba be kan wo se jifa kan wo it no me man nko say ena matonyum wo de say bia Black Sheriff nya hit last year it expect this and royalty be ko wiem it doesn't work that way. And so I think say yen pebrena ombenya bra omonkoji adisuan free one more year IP ho adwuma no said they don't exhibit such ignorance anymore.
Me that's you I mean na senya Kwasi na say kase ano ye Eje Abraham captain one only CEO of Ghana Music Rights Organization you trying to see kind of Gamro captain that's him akwa baba entertainment review so official panso. So and common in tell but me assure say as a chief executive of Samaya Gamro what to be say in Sambia nyumtuni shatawale de koto social media so 30K for 15 years of music Ghana why na chese akwakwa say anyumtufuo otunyuma bra ye dwuma ya wunya hwe na me assure we hu sa ansemu yi wate meboa
you no follow in fact last week we your program no cry
okay
last week we your program and only secret Mokata and follow.
I see. So how come you my bunting and publish it well and somehow can yes it yet. Now these are the records. I didn't know on your bibisa and now you can only create one tinebia. Why you dino?
First of all, no, was now secondly, Metia paying for you a T4. The first thing I can say, I won't be here to give you the baby bubble come on now, yes, idea, me a gigi, but the way you can't royalty wants them in collective management, royalty matters, no, you could the general matters. Come on, to say ABR, sending a year, Gigano, Obi, issue, Biba, Apostle, but normally like to say, Sebi, Akwasi, Akoye, Juma, na Busomeson, na Yetianaka, Yem Fasa said no. It is never discussed in the open media, but then also you discuss here a bois in a way be because a waking will say, so generally, no. Generally, you never go anywhere. We better say, we royalty, Sky, you say. It's normally, no, and only at the end, I try my best, say, me will be personal, as some and Kotuga. The thought they be a handy panel, and now say, Nipano in Chrome phone, be so, baby. So
as the chief executive officer my ekono enya de hu say well a putu ebia Gamro in a bad light said I say anyum tufo ebra wo mo bre kwa mo nhwe mo ye mo nyidi because already na nkasa there's so much backlash about Juma Moye as Gamro amanfo fisi yes sika say mojiji sika na anyum tufo wo mo nya bidi wo mo de hwe mo ha fa mo nya adwuma no se ne etie enso bia mo de abosumi bia ne se koma mo bia no magye so if say anyum tuni bi nso de to abontin no okanisia you don't think that you have to clear the air and say more publisher na bibisa?
I think so. I totally agree with you. I share your opinion. Me did say, send your man a cost baby. I say you could do. I say you man. I look at Mauna. We hear you man. We are reshame papa. So I know the but your me too. No correct. We should be doing that.
And I'm on count
in a way. At the same time, we have information. And cost say you said that you did into another impactor menu yargani.
So I didn't besine mon kan ho hwe.
I have heard a lot of various explanations also. Anytime I hear about royalty distribution, even say first thing say the amount of money cry about the channel, the tuja, the type of distribution here the tuja. Nanka say any amount, it is not for public consumption. It is only for members' consumption. But a bar radio so I say, ye share only do juma. Inti the pa say we try as much as possible. Say ye me right owners to be ye ku me di komo now once a while no ye media for no so akasa ye akiro mu deeper. Now yanko according to the tangent say personal not too much.
Is this the first time Shatawale Orji Sikefi Gamro as the royalty? Is this the first time Orji because Senya Osi Kano 30K in 15 years create the impression and Tiasiano Kowie said near Dick Kaya Wonya Sikefi Gamro nie Sanetie no cre woman no and say first timer woman is as Numtuni right owner anyana
Pacho and yes Sanetie if it's a me buy Yama, no, honestly, from 2015, not a lot of the new rights owners, they say, they were not making any money, they were not paid anything. But from 2015, we brought them and grouped them together, and a grouping from Youth Prime, or we are youthful, and they are in their prime. They send a message more money to be a more no umbra. Lumber updating the records, but a bright change or be updating the records. So sika abano based upon sika yenya no yenya information records kakra nso actually say yabo omunyo. So under that classification, we paid quite a number of them. Nipa odi said you man ni pa bandits. Or no bring a lot of them their contacts. In fact, some of their managers and a lot of them got money. Shatawale yetianaka. In fact, at a certain point in time, there be no hospitals this year. Nipa no frame, unia abaya no frame, no. The catch so me hospital na. Me uncle yarinti my baba befriend. But me catch na the American say bandits cry edi animu Emma Satawali say the nanka yedi me check Emma bandits Emma because normally a year no you Captain me am the Kwamano. At another point in time now Ura Socrates onu the animu the Juma Kesia mano. He came with his record of a fan form.
Captain Pacho, sorry, Captain, sorry, Pacho. So, also, buy in 2015, me boy. So from 2015, Sika do saying nebia on record, unimsoki at least who do any who say mude mutia so far call a yashata.
If I mean to me, baby, I can't have the amount on hand, but me say. We have given out between 3 to 4 checks. Ebi fa ora bandits so MOD anymore. Ebi fa ora Socrates so MOD anymore. But after a point in time, we knew that we have established the link. Minisha Takra Akasa a couple of times. Socrates a drew maybe no. Now I think he came from some. Memory very correct. I think he came so after weja na omwedi tree. Intermediary say if we have not made any payment to him, no, it will just be a couple of about 2 years or 3 years. And but previously, no, it's Yanaka when Yanisika.
That's a Captain Chebe didn't go on the account.
And say the Amedibet come kakra me pouch or meaning say Yana.
Yet you Captain Tio.
Say after ye see Sanya started course, no, me pacho, many shata, akasa last week, Menina Kasai, and Ra say, ni papa, a woman chain, and my yin photo, the Abaya, me account or penal, me sick no so I already know, now you're there, but before the Democrat piano, now you're contacting the manager, I catch you to the efficacy, I get ready. Into Omombra, into a nusu and a satana, a genus one of Frey, in fact, of Frey, no Frey Rex, so now Rex about office, and now also on the Catana, and so many Macasai, and also Obe Mani Papa, no about the Chessian, and Asat and Rano, the record is that many Papa Yaman United Tuesday, no, or say, or more different accounts, or more person, or more handles, any man, it's in Pacho Sanity.
Which means 30K no be because I accounting.
Oh, whatever the money is, no. Me just say Tuesday. I check do. Wednesday anopa. Ebeko na account no. Say ni papa to me ba na ordinary man no. Ni papa na buy. Enya me program na me frɛ no. Na me papa buy no. Ni me be di nkomo ye bibia.
Captain, yada see Chebe din komo ni bi account. Captain Abraham GT and Chief Executive Officer my Gambro. Kwasi wakasa.
Sir.
Wakasa okay. Tili, mamintio. For microphone yanko.
So which means that asema shata try no enye no kre because or see or one money wa GB pen wa digi checks on kind crab best 3 checks or 4 checks before 30K ya almost see that way. I mean dear sometimes Shatawale he wants to achieve when he is there tweeting in your mouth or saying things. Sometimes or can't be crowd with me who say why and they me say ne fan base no they believe him so much that who say at a point it is pure misleading. I say more cano misleading and a misinformation or misinformation to the point that they believe him till wa sebi o cano crana chomono you will be hater. Shatter fans they maybe me a hater. Once you speak the truth a bit you are a hater, but I think an artist of a caliber says Shatawale no should find a way of informing himself me can educate, because that will come off as me because he should inform himself about certain things as an obituity, because it gets hard. Say me I did the me come and Gamro will take him on. Because as a Gamro, over the years, they have been getting backlash, and because almost they can't talk. But this time, you know that we have given this person their track record. Now, Shatawale Sampon Kaya, then whoever was in between now, and Nunti Ama Shatawale Sa Ankano, on be answer na. At least it should vindicate them small, because it's not nice say a artist caliber of Shatawale all the time or tweety and or try one can say 30K in 15 years or 30K in 15 years, and then it means what Socrates is saying no credit, because as in 30K now when you're 15 years, I feel like when you're 30K, but he said 30K for 15 years, meaning his entire 15 years career, and now 15 years ni I feel like when you're 30K.
Chebrofo, I say yes, people are doing grammar here.
Which pair?
I told you.
No, it's not true. What they make can say?
Or check grammar teacher.
That be also say 30K in 15 years. Now you who say okay, probably when you're 10K da, 20K da, but I feel now when you're 30K in, so okay, say typo. It's not typo. This man knows what he's doing. And I feel we say 30K for 15 years. And Gamro should at least tweet something, let us know. Say no. Then it could mean that certain conversations that have happened in the past, the ABI artists don't know or more but once they sit there and be like, oh yeah, friend, no, yeah, yes, say no, it looks like they always want to be the bad people in this conversation.
Okay. All right. Me da say I'm saying nipa me no nkasa na odin kasa na counselor. Right, but my main command so yes interview. Openi ba ko ankomo nsu ni din aba be wrem Ora Ahmed Banda dodo na friend Bandex na we music producer or say right owner. Ye no ni nkomo. Bandex say da say mo akwa baba entertainment review so.
Yeah, Kwasi me jimu na so.
Right, so we nkomo aye di udin ewuremu santi na se da bi see etimi frɛ checks ye see bia wana wodi animoji na wode ko ni nyina fa nwomtuni right owner Shatawale nsem bia nansen wode to social media so say 30,000K for 15 years and nsem no say you see kan no na kakwa enkomodi create impression say just say wo share nwom to asie first time awonye sikefi Gamro as a right owner ni, but in comedian no dear PM say would the nima jiji checks ni be ni kaka hwa would ama shata. So far checks do send a bit me aka say bia kan say wonim say would ma shata. Hello.
Yeah, what mean guy?
I'm metonka ya. Na me bisa say so far so checks do say na bia obetimi aka si supi say yes be kan won sa oji fi Gamro odema shata na ni team.
Okay, me da say I mean chia tie for na me chia abedwafo a o mo studio ho me say ba sa youth prime or more royalty there's no way I'm being betimi aka film be ko Kwasi Ejinje ebegyina mu amanya hwiafe Gamro kra na asaji ne beka ho sene metie captain ne mo no ono ne de na metie abegyafo ne de ne semantie obia ne wo mu ne se kanina na ye momo no because na ye do mo kan ho ne scanning yes ka bia don so a beka se what your check dia na wo mia no because na wo mo nya me register wo mo enwom kra ho tie se nye bibi na enkushi no wo mo no mo na it's an Ebisakei Day, Stone Boy, Shatawale. I spoke to almost everybody. Obia one in the Kasa, who say, we show interest. But they are quite to say, never back with me and Sabintino, or Mompesa one better. It's the first one I call in a momo. Samukaya, maybe, or Brafon, so make a statement to be war. Is it city from where? Say, on J, royalty that. Kimamiko Pulu, number near this kind of person. And when I'm room, no more confirm say yes. I am say, woman, no more this anno banibaya. I never call Gamro is a question. Say, what the number back of Bassay and Pescan man. And yet that particular moment, no pet any of the man, the next royalty by beside Bissau. It means to say, some number now with the Abano. We seek a beer the babyano, a new never got to say the only accounts to the other. Some of them is to her. distribution there be dia no sa accounts no mo net kan be ko enti the ma shata de ne be check the kra ne say e be wie so no so make statement or be say in sanka iskana at that time so no na number bia ba ya send this can out so enti ma me ko yi sa number ne bai eni e bi se bisa na ye budog and also get to say yes in sanka iskabisa since then na me make ya the office or say okay sanity there na me say wo mo no managers never ba be gintino mummy anya check the manager ba be gino all right ne mum ne be ya wo ni din because
mpacho kan abeye onu no din mu a de anyumtuni no right owner no din mu sa
right owner ni din mu so ni manager be je kra no a ebeye right owner ni din mu because check no on tell say one wa phone aka say mum pa we din tro enye sa yeah, cash check. You better really penny D. To me, Kai said the very first time. You tell me you're particular about shut at the end only say, nah, my money said, oh yeah, I said, a bus social media and I said, yeah, nah, or the car. Say. A piano also was more with one magic. It's not only the other day. My time was at 1,000 Ghana crown. On check. Then the first check, circuit in a veggie. Second check, Nyanka Sankasami press shutter. And was and in fact, so I drove in to go and give the check to Secret Staff. Me, the first shut and son, I made the check and Kakuma Secret office. That I'm no commission on culture. The Miami Court and I'm the man. I said, okay, it's also you was all fresh shut down in the kind. And then come in it. It's only a few more in him. And so these are the two checks I made my witness say. Because first one, Annabelle, Omuye and Omo Frame. Wait me at the fan of the baby or you know, and yet they are secret in a corner went in a motor secret, so they call secret. Second one, because let's shut as I make it as same my unit said. Then thank Cadano. In making sure say, okay. So I called him. And on one catch him and said, Ampa. So I catch him and said, come with force in the check. I say, yes, Magic, the Kutane. And also in Pancoma Secret. The Nyankas and Kasana Miko and the Coma Secret.
Check no, na, Ose, I was there in Onuan Kasani Dim as Chatawale.
The Dim as the real name. And yes, Chatawale and Nia also. No crowd here, FM. Monday, meeting across the country with Dia. From the one I started, Momo, everything that was
so far no ebia nya odi weni ehunu ububua obekase bia sika dodo se na modi amano 30,000 nka ho
30,000 nka bia me de kom na secret no is a little bit less than 2,000. I mean, not 2,000, but.
Also, I'm a secret checks me no woman checks me no.
I first one because then I'm better call you know. The man, my friend, man, the quality office, and I need the amount. The mimi budget, and the no, I'm a kai amount. These are 1,007 or these are.
Na sikano sani ausi bono na ya na ebinimu dwala no say ah. Na sikam fian be na mode ma ye right owners yi.
Me da se kwesi but my remember the crabby. You see, make me at that time, you know, we weren't doing things right. It would be Sikakwana with you. Because I said, oh, Chesikana, then Abon Dawson, a piece of unnecessary man, Abon Dawson. Make us say, I'm on him. Your boy, be an airborne crab. As at this time, when I, you're going to say, title specific. Yam, Winya. Oh, dear, Satayai. At a time when I shot a nebia 1,007 American, a piano do highest, and then a piano why not 10% of what shot I got. It's for me, and a beer make my cassette. They be a gummo at TSino. Yame ya domo no mo elect new no mo ba. Omo nhyɛ mu kena. Na saa de no. Peace FM. Ye territory no be a ba ne anya kapra obetimi mo so. Records are there. E wo ho so obetimi yi na de a defend wo ho. Emu ya ne da say because man for be atamu abonten no ne ya che na odi wo bi sika akomo obi. Which I think say the idea yet see to ya no. The vampire say ma wo mo mfa hu bi nhyɛ wo mo nsan twɛn san sɛ ɔmo bɛyɛ ne saa fine ɛba amount bi wɔ hɔ a wobɛte ato hɔ no ma wobɛkyɛ ne sɛ ne yɛkyɛ ne naa ne abɔ dɔɔso bɛnya ne mu fa kɛse naa no wo kyɛ a wokyɛ ne hwan ɛde abɔ ne nwom
okay
ɛne nkyɛ de ɔmo wɔ yɛnya ɔmo a wɔmo tumi monitor about 151 radio stations radio and TV stations a yɛpɛ sɛ biem bɛka ho a
yɛda ase bandex yɛda ase yɛde bɛsi akyi yɛbɛsan toa so why Ahmed Banda dodo na friend Bandex right owner music producer ɛna waba bɛkyekye nneɛma kaka anod ma membra so na mentio this issue into
when it comes to the issue of Shatawale who said obi send a message say yeah carbon issue maybe a better na kame better ha na kame nyeden me hwehwe and I say I get paid for being bitter. The bitterness, no, when I leave here, somebody pays me. So when you went on to radio today, you were really bitter. Collect 1,000 Ghana cedis. But you do for ignore. Yeah, but sometimes you need to address them, Kwasi. You understand? Yeah, can't hear discuss the issue. More, and I'm saying this because of the see last week. When you said last week, Shatawale issue came up about one the Obika said. Album no GOG album near trash blah 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 blah, and you saw my defense. I was all over defending him. Then I switched to the Gamro issue, and I make her say, "Oh, Gamro issue not TT no," because last week Tuesday no say, "Oh, Ghana artists no they are afraid to speak up when it comes to the royalties. Now much say be dio matem. Na Ghana and the royalties way. I'm saying no. This is an attention-seeking gimmick because one. And yet true say Ghanaian artists they do not speak on Gamro related issues. That is false. And I mean everybody be following that should be name how many times Ghanaian artists one subject they are free to speak on Gamro. They don't fear it. And I said it. And I'm say listen, even on the Obisa Ghana for say your royalties were what to say you say or Rex number or Fair Rex. You could easily call these people, find out the echo, then no more response, and they can actually tweet. It makes sense. So me can we are you just say they make GOG then me come on the yehu we na me kan ya no NFN attempt the D na D sa na be kan. So when it comes to Shatawale issue you see when you know the on can be Shatawale or a hater you see, and people like Sukrit Jumani de mine you were charitable with him. They make it difficult for some of us because at the end obi him say na kobrani bi ni OCAB, and what it does is
maybe you have to pardon him because he declared his biases.
Yeah, but it is nonsensical.
No.
Seriously,
everybody has their biases, but also one of the biases, so it's allowed.
No, you see. So you think saying you any biases? Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm saying that everybody has their biases. So I say I will allow him, I'll pardon him, but. And also, it's not to take anything away. Who persuade the man and family man free?
Yeah, but no, you see, you can declare your bias and go to the core-related matter and say it as it is. Because the OTN on Jimmy to actually say 30,000 to actually interpret the tweet. You know, the entire my now I'm better. The facts, you see, there are a lot of. Oh God, me I will try. And they rely on people like Saf because on the same platform, in his clear mind, his think is but why is Safu defending and always this guy is always on his case? But they make out say so I become a target. Meanwhile, we on this platform to actually speak the truth. That's how come I don't want to hear the bias matter. So we know what it means. Then when we come here and we are discussing the matter, we should all declare our biases and move with it.
May say or declare a bias.
It is no excuse.
Yeah, because everybody has their biases.
Yes,
that's a fact.
Yes,
and I may say or declare a bias. Say okay, me defend this shatter. Sano kind. Anything I may say na say no. Anod.
Okay.
Oh,
you are not the one talking, please.
Oh,
when I finish and there's time, then you come in.
Okay, what's your patch? I don't.
No, I won't allow him.
What's your patch?
No, I won't allow him.
What's your patch?
Are you the host?
I will finish. It's my time.
What's your patch? So
you see, and you get people like this, and you see, and the queer-minded people, silly-minded people, when they listen, without even interrogating them, they feel like one person is defending the Adiano, but why come this guy is always forgetting to say is that guy who is really, really, really going to the matter and being objective. You understand? But the way you need say maybe I know we made by men come because I'm affiliated. That's nonsense. Because it puts some of us in a certain corner, and that is not fair. Because everybody can easily interpret the message. Easily interpret it. No, but you know what kills me? It's not even about Wale, because Wale, we all know. We've talked about it, about how we pay attention and all that stuff. And it's what come about sometimes how the level of misinformation, equity and all that stuff. Unim. Till he can be our the fan base. That's fine. They are religiously stuck with him. It is what Jimmy Kana they will support regardless. It's fine. But you see, when you get some people who are supposed to be intelligent, and this is not even to suffer, I'm talking about journalists, bloggers, pundits, who are supposed to know better, and they sit and defend everything. Sometimes I sit there, I'm like, what does it mean? Saying we know why. Because, boss, for the past years, nobody pays anybody to go and hate anybody. After a year, nobody pays anybody. Yeah, you did well. You collect this for being a hater. Take this prize. It is never done. Me. What? At the end, but you get people who are supposed to be intelligent, who are supposed to be level-minded, defending it. They defend it like they are.
Move on, Arnold. Let me know what you say. Me and Kabe to me for science, my mean two for Nibi. Move on. Me and Kabe catch him to go see here. I understand because during the week, industry player be frame, catch him say, me share a certain video. Na Abranti be. Can't say be. In fact, when I watched the thing, was a lot of attempted, and I didn't blame him because in some it is because of misinformation exactly, and that's why AB and Komo Yedi will be so. But that's the most important part of this whole incomo is about the misinformation. Because in football now to go a man for it, and no na yet try see a bit correct it because and I want it if we be to get it. Say in football now to go. Is it true? No correct. Say unyi sikada 15 years. Is this the first time Abia would disika as a right owner? Say even one CD, and no law now in the contract. Obekacho say yes. Even one CD, and I heard I think it was Eslo who was responding to Ura Sam George and Sembio Akan about Airtel Tigo, and okay, fine. Yes, Ghana bought the and Ghana paid for Airtel Tigo contract it $1 because in contract it also has a value. Inti say one CD cry na be it has a value. So sesikani sa ni edi unkomo kano sesikani sa ni na yemfa ejamfengu but men be create that even impression men can to a man for assume to say be a first time I would sikeni, which is a lie. That is the lie is what we're seeking to correct. Arnold.
Okay, Kwasi. Say Arnold I say we am patcho Arnold. Baby all the fire making me look like I'm talking jazz. Me pacho why enna a day the sunshine by say we're receiving sika on behalf of Shatta. Enya me na better na nzika enya me ena me kai. So if I am being biased, protecting or whatever, why would I come and say, oh, may receive his car for him? What does it mean? Can you please explain to me? And yeah, please.
Before his tweet, don't come and tell me what you're telling me.
And me say, and now I bet na hand saying, haven't I repeated that your friend is saying statement
because
again?
Because you want clarity.
Me say
what he said and what he tweeted, and that's the clarity we're seeking.
And me say whatever clarity, no. If I say I'm defending him, it means what?
It means nothing. It means the conversation I had last week, no.
To you.
What do you mean?
It means nothing to you.
What are you talking
about?
But
the discerning listeners listening understand. Say yes, I have sat here and I've said, say, I have received money on his behalf before. So. Baby, I could call you silly.
But I think
what?
I think that was also my concern. So you are being nyachum.
Ewa kwa ben so. Nyachum ne say ade a minim say oh we are maniskada. Onipa ne say maniska. Fine. Me betina say beka say oh my Jessica on his behalf. Me nyachuma nka me nka no.
That is not.
Etiquette said you can.
Me see. Me nyachuma. Nka me nka no.
Don't switch it. That's not what you are talking about.
Me see me nyachuma. Nka me nka no. You don't switch it. You were rather. You were not listening. You were not listening. You were not listening. Who said say we're receiving scam on his behalf before?
Last week. That was a commentary. You didn't come and you brought it up.
And the last week, you know what comment was on what?
It didn't have Gamro in it. It was that one was it
was on what? Thank you.
It was about his entire career. It was about publishing. And the say he should fix his publishing right.
It was about the last week.
Yes, it wasn't about
last week. It was about what?
It wasn't about Gamro.
It was about what?
It was about
collecting
money, and it wasn't about.
It was collecting money from what? Collecting money from who?
Gamro was not part.
Stick with this week.
But the issue was about what? Last week, it was about what?
Actually, this thing is even more dangerous for you, Gamro. I mean, for you, Socrates. I don't know why you are.
Why is it?
Because first of all, we Gamro say Omama Nisika. One so confirm say one sa akasika for him, and the person is saying Minsanka.
He doesn't want to call him out. Simple.
He also say Ninsaka. So to you, it's even dangerous because
why is it dangerous?
The question now is where is the money? Because if you are saying
no,
you say that no, where is the money?
The man says he's only 30,000. The money check that you took where
is it? And he is saying, yes, and you are also saying that you agree with Shatawale or you want to err on the side of Shatawale, which means you believe that he didn't get the money. So where is the money you took for him? Where is it?
Mpacho,
where is the money?
Do you listen so that you can make or you listen so that you can understand?
That is the point.
When Bandes was talking,
we are discerning and we can decipher what you say.
When Bandes was talking, also the check nearby. What did I do? Who did I call?
You said you took the money.
And who did I call?
Shatawale. Shatawale is saying that he hasn't. I can't answer that. You
can't answer. Then shut up.
No. You can't. Then shut up. Please.
Because
you said that
somebody brings money to me.
So
you're asking me, who did I give the money to?
The person says he didn't receive the money, and you are saying you are erring on the side of the person who said Minsanka Sikano. Me also say what discuss for the person. So where is the money?
It was the reason why Kwasi Meka say socket position very critical because
what makes it critical?
You represent you are an industry head. And to say who check at the Komobi. Nene pano china ubejina bonte kasa Mensanka check bia. Meanwhile, when now the check niko komano, the person is inducting you say, unfa bia ambreno, and you should have pointed to the person and said, no, what you are saying is wrong. Maybe you are being misinformed. As check no, me anam the buy, and in fact, Bandas sukasano, Bandas are testify say, in fact, indeed, even Shatawale Nankasa crack catcher or no Bandas and say, check no, unfam commercial Kresafu. And yet, Stockett is still saying, "Sir, he's still erring with the person."
This dial is hot. Stay tuned.
Best radio.
News on your number one station.
It's the weekend. Let the good vibes take over. Only on your favorite station.
With your favorite station. Digital and on your smartphone. Your radio is hot.
Watch on the jump on the other fucking entertainment review. And then it's a woman to some entertainment. I've been another entertainment review. Pressing in the bottom for Tennessee. Entertainment review. Entertainment review. Down up over my man of fans, your man of fans, your man of fans.
Peace 1043 FM. Soon as you're going.
Hey Joe, season way. I'm not for the toad over rough. I love you, Kwasi, enough. Come from lovey promo. Am I tough?
Well, for me, I'm going to invest in our home and I'll furnish it with the best home appliances to make house chores and entertainment handy. It's even going to make our lovey stress-free. And most importantly, I'm going to save a lot of money when I get these home appliances from Kafam, Ghana's #1 discount and free giveaway store.
Ah, what is it? From 1st to 28th February, Kafam, Apeja Love Numuti said down. I will up above.
Na ne krakra ne say, love season yiwi, omatiti omunye mani na so up to over 60% discount. Umpewe na opeding.
Up to over 60% off. Yeah, that whole chain show some love. Fraying, it was 050 000 0105. 050 000 0106. Come from lovely promo. I bet you know that we do all.
Ose.
And I was saying to the Montagny, but no credit, sir. No credit, sir. Baby, I talk on it down. Mementi I see your tweet now, or the 2 pages. So for the time I read this, I say 30K for 15 years of music. Median say, ebet my bad say, or sissing the sick what general. 30K in music. No, the do. Hey, it was so. Now, in English fanatics, meaning baby and for a fun. Say or say 15, 30K OG. A 30K dollar.
What is fanatics?
Say obi assistant someone can. Say onunu wakasa. Ana say o kan botsirmuka. Ana botumuka twikasa. The American say 30K for 15 years of music. The American say so say 30K.
What's a kind of me busao? Say o say English fanatics. Now say what is fanatics?
Now say onunu wakasa.
Is that phonetics?
No, then.
Phonetics has to do with sounds. So, what is Nunu Nwaka?
Brad, nipa Nunu Nwaka then.
Phonetics has to do with the sounds.
Sounds, I'm saying nipa Nunu Nwaka sa.
Cause
maybe.
Yes.
Na Messi. What body team can be? And nipa to me.
Don't misinform people, Mpacho.
Political language.
Wait, Keys FM. English phonetics.
And me sure 30K for 15 years of music, not in music. 82 things we would say, for the first time, no, waji 30, I'm not shocking. Some who tweet no send here. Menya 30K, ABC da Ghana music. And we are one side of the story. And now what's this in the sike nyina no aboa no. Ni nyina bedu 30K, Ghana. Eti me adie yo tro ye no. Me hu no different perspective. Ni nyina achi no. De ehye me nkran ni kire se. Wajibi or jibi. But only CEO Ekasa, only band se kasa no. O make statement bi say Shatawale de ye nim say de bia won sensem bi o kasenti ye wo sana ye treaty ni check. Kamia correct say battle the case last week ye delay say Shatawale say artist bi so make kasa no. Is it like Wafa Bandex Ekasa ye no person o kire say Shata no ni dwumadie ni kasa bi nti no sebio ye nsuro na asam kenti ye wo sana ye treaty ni check ana. Say Shatawale your true for ano ta kan kredodo enti ye treating in a different way enti na okasa ne dia no wo gamro ho no eswa agidie bi ana encourage bi ana ba misike ya watro yi ni nkire mu bo mimenti ase ne say either source si ni sika nyina 30K na me de me twa Shatawale say 30K Ghana cedi na $30K dollars say no so wo hia me say we ye ade bi a watro a ye onwie ye
okay
ana sika e dia money se sia na de banners be kan se sia na oye no oya yet so confirm say 30K bi da ho a ye de kwakoma Shatawale na
me da se maminkan FM maminkan mo messages ni bi na yanko your next issue. So Shatawale has always been preying on the feeble minds. Nana Aboagye no dia no by the show makes sweet like Elevi Joseph na Quintera Sewara Joseph Sikano Ashi Robert no the way by na so good you are being too rude to Tilly. Will you be happy if she speaks to you in same tone and tells you to shut up? That's Rosalind and no the way de buy so good did you chop Shatter's money? You are supposed to blast Shatta for saying he has received 30K for 15 years. DJK. How can you give a check to someone and not remember the person? That's is this Sindhu Lalas not the way by now? This one here from Benny Kojo Darlington. Benny says Socrates is confused and he's not dealing with the issue on board. Kwasi, just take him off. I should take Socrates off. Do I have the power to take someone off the show? Do I have the power to take someone off the show? If people make I take so great off. So great, what he has say, I won't take anybody off. Anybody who do the person go there here like that. Oh, I laugh in capital letters. I love Benny. The message that he said just made my day. He said I should take you off. So great. If I take you off, know that.
I won't
laugh.
No.
I don't know how the power to take someone off.
No, but if only they understand what you are saying.
They understand what I'm saying.
They don't.
They are what they don't. They don't. So see, I'm asking a question. Say, do I have power to take someone off the show?
Oh yes. Why not?
Do I have
you
power?
invited me here.
See, first of all,
I don't know meaning me or power.
So besides me you now tones are for the first time.
Yeah.
You have power to take me off.
Oh, sir.
And Nanche, it's your show. You are the
pilot.
Are you sure? Say obi so too much. That's a plane no. Oh. So by me yes, you know. Now sure? Plane now is stable. So you have the power to take it anybody off.
Oh, but see, you've taken me off before.
I didn't know I have that power.
You've taken me off before.
Did he take you off?
Yeah.
Or you beg to be taken
off? In another way, so you can give the person.
I beg to be taken off.
In another way, you can give the person.
Sometimes I do ask for permission. Say, oh, am I busy?
In another way, so you can give the person 3 months' salary and then sack the person.
This dial is hot. Stay tuned. The best radio. News on your #1 station.
It's the weekend. Let the good vibes take over. Only on your favorite station.
With your favorite station.
That's what it is. Yeah, that's good. So yeah, didn't come on. Make out say, Sabre no me and Saba Pouncy ma enum na. Yeah, call you anyway. One issue so diakotini pa na ochi mu ye. Abranti anyum tuni Black Sheriff na nansi abranti agidin. Se unim Black Sheriff dia na say won sheda ni Ghana nyom to echi. Maybe later on me boni nyum bako na wetie. Na yeba be di Black Sheriff ho komo em say yawada na ye hye komo na se ni nyina ne se edwuma ya anwomtefo ye to de bia onkwan wontimi hie se ye di sika ne ye de ye nyama bebre ohie sika enti anwomto edwuma nso no ye sika sem omu hie sika na omo de aye to de bia anwomtuni wonkwan wa hoodin entumi enti eba ekodubre bia na te se ohie obi o wo sika na odi ni sika betimi e dia tie adwuma na wo ye no echi ye betimi from maybe abrof ka se betimi aka investor, financial supporter, bank roller, executive producer eni ne ka ho na nansen Black Sheriff ekonya management deal obi a odi ni sika last year na am so almost sign a contract no na almost sign a contract this week about betodua obeka yawada meni radio presenter DJ Slim Kumasi eno ye adwuma wo ne kofare ba se nyina won ode betu dwa ntie ne di nkomo yi ne ni so nene meni Black Sheriff ne former management team me nyom wo hanum sei ye ba be di nkomo ba before ye be kwa asem no so no me wo ye nua Mr Logic wono so ye talent manager o santo nyom na waye ensem bi di ato abonten yentie kakra na memema Black Sheriff in the former management group is napsi team member mo makwaba na yamfa nkomo no share so na nyanti ase o sa ne ekoso this whole thing about Black Sheriff ebi say we should protect investors, we should protect stakeholders. One more mudio musika edi share nyum to adwumam. Say bia obi talent, obi epie abonten no talent. Na ye hia sika bi ne dey support ne amanfo ateneni amanfo hu. Omo mudi sika de share no. Amanfo say ebra so say protect you because ya hwe ya na say yi omo boni aye bedumre bi no. Obi a nya boafo bia.
There's something called stakeholders in this industry where those stakeholders,
Peace FM.
Those stakeholders, if you don't protect them, the industry go do what? Go collapse. Do you know why we have so many up and coming artists who cannot find support? The number of up and coming artists where they send me demos and messages and DMs and phone calls where they want producer and investors, be small. Plenty. So many up and coming artists they Ghana where they can't find investors, financial support, because the people who will help you, they have all been discouraged by those who started the journey, what you call predecessors. Me as I sit down, plenty artists has disappointed me. Plenty artists disappointed me. Plenty artists has disappointed me. So me, before I go talk, say I won't help you, then me say the thing touch me. So if it be 5 years where the thing no touch me, 5 years your career day down there. Do you know how many people are like me out there? Plenty. We are there. Black Sheriff come out. We are there. Share the video. Make you guys.
Okay, so Mr. Logic, and all this answer me the two ja. Or can share the video. Just to some petty na man for you and to mean TB said a brass to say to me, Bob. Almost all on your Sika at the share at the boy talent. One more we see so. We are young to near be a talent be a will be a na obi person or boy na man for better on Kabehu. So personal assistant to Black Sheriff's manager. Kweku Christo, I'm saying. Kweku Akwaba.
Yeah, me Joso.
Na Bokodia.
Aboagye Adumboko now so.
Nyamia Daroma. Any edigo are saying. Personal assistant to Black Sheriff's manager. So manager no name wana.
Manager no Shadrach Owusu-Agyei.
Shadrach Owusu-Agyei.
Yeah, also known as Snap Chavez, Snap C.
Snap C.
Yeah, the CEO of Wayne Chavez Consult.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So this whole buhaha na nkoma ekoswe se o sha se bia bono tofa kana man for atimi atiase a obesa se obeka ne sen nkoma no ne sen pa
mechia Peace FM tifo nyina
tifo joso.
Yeah. I'm say ewiase akwantu no obia woni nkonua oso a na edru ba bia obitimi nyankopo otimi hia wi ma nya extra strength sere be ya ono so obitimi aboa obi ewo kwan so ama na anase maju nkonua ne bia so a sere be ya so obitimi adru ntem my boss Shadrach Owusu-Agyei ewo interest in talents. And the first time he has been of help to so many talents like footballers nowadays. Now, some time ago, we were approached by Black Sheriff and his crew. Said they needed someone to invest in them and manage them. Into a mobile, my boss can say. At that moment, na on share ready say obey sa investment intino obusa omo de omo pe ana omo so ka say omo hia car nti omo car ene bibi kakra say omo fanko even outside contract intinity tie ma na say omo kipi say omo da so ba nti my boss ene omo call into contract me a copy of the contract I signing on the 18th of August 2021.
Okay.
Yeah. After say I sign a contract new year,
Okay. Now contracting for how many years?
For 5 years.
5 years.
Yeah.
Okay, until 5 years DNA wom say DNA say Black Sheriff here. And na DNA so na bia o boss enso
Yeah. The all contract was a Black Sheriff here and he say obe producing music out of the talent
Okay.
Yeah, and then whatever talent be a surrounding on a brand in the
Okay.
Yeah, so yes, we be using as a product. Yes, we be to sell it out. So we can all get our investments back.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I'm also there, and I'm also.
And we also now I was say you taking care of Black Sheriff, the logistics be obey here. Say any shows. Baby, all could be and we make sure that you be provided the logistics you need, and secondly, you provide the shelter for on any crew. And the music recordings we were paying the producer service charges.
Okay.
And we were supposed to build a studio for him, and also so we build this studio, no.
Okay.
Yeah. We were supposed to be there to assist him financially, and also so we did that. Yeah.
Okay. And so any ntia say CCR no wako signing another management deal. Sanity.
The thing is CCR no wako signing a contract.
Okay.
Now with Empire. Contract ne buy no me boss shame no. Or ka say contract ni mu niam no emboa artist no and emboa adwuma na ye no. Enti no unless on be review be share Empire for more review no mama ya dey be suitable for brand na ya create no. He's not down with it, and I say on
contract na omni Empire sign no e dey important dey na as I say niamomo ye ama Black Sheriff no eno anso na Empire be ya mom ana Empire baby before for senator
o share your contract na any signing name a o mu say obia free abontin you refer to ono as a third party na say or the BBA by a deal whatever it is lucrative whatever it is biano it should pass through my boss.
Okay.
No na share no who say adewe say me evaluate here be boy and I say boy then they can go ahead now on representing to cut the deal.
Kwekuna me pese me who say near money Black Sheriff for contracts.
Yeah.
Near Empire dear no.
Yeah.
For a different thing and the same thing I'm we and no almost more about manana.
Unse say them kind on the product or no de beba no. And no yesu be ton. And I say no na yesu be marketing na something on our investments back.
Okay.
Enti wa produce nyom. And nyom no oya nyom no remix. That time no oya under contract. And if so be ba say a show whatever it is concerning Black Sheriff Biano, it should be through my boss.
Okay.
And if my boss says on approve then it should be that because contracting man is our power and I say
approval.
Yeah.
And our boss say more approve near Empire for the bano.
Yeah.
Or share munana ni okay.
But a draw no near who say Black Sheriff a fair chair akosign and on a deep problem in Naba.
Oh, okay. Yeah. And sisi adia ina moye because matete ebi mu bisa say so only obi your contract we breach contract no court ebi kansa enti ye ya na nkomo a ye di radio say ye di radio so na bi a manfo nso beti ase be nchichi mu no ye bi nti ase mimusa omo ka ebi a wote say nke ye di nkomo na wo fi no because and we breach contract na on court dia na be catch oni pa ko.
So nipa ne kasa edise oka because I am ran yadi adwuma na I am raso ne yadi bukro na I am ran yadi bibia enti se ono obi call into agreement na say ofuma na say ade a mususu ise mo beye no afi wo so onye bie ma na say ofa kwati kwan bi so ekoya ade bi wo wachi a ososo wo ho kwan say odene beko asenibia enti ye no ye ne lawyers egusu ayakasa ye hwe se baby a wo se ye de mra ne to no ye de betu. Yeah.
So uni my branch be a friend Madonna.
Yeah, minimum.
Oh, yeah, uni niveau convention.
Black Sheriff Eba no or introduce you no as the personal assistant, but before then no I think say na or be our managing no because ye due diligence and sana and then they go into agreement.
Okay.
Yeah, and Madonna was his personal assistant, acting as his manager.
Okay.
Yeah, as at the time we met them.
Okay, so I mean, yentie enkomo we.
Okay.
Madonna enkomo bi amne ntwetwe yentie na membra studio no am say so etie for senior si chair no. The personal assistant to Black Sheriff Madonna yentie no.
Over a year before Burna Boy's remix came to play, you know, I think Burna Boy's remix just made people know that Empire is in the picture because of course Empire would have to do extreme things to get the songs here. But I mean, it's the same company he's working with. He's no, I mean, it's all their lives.
Okay, so I mean to ask you, so impression that's been created is Obina or Shasi invest here. And ICCC and Waye and OU Nipa Bunia and Wejano. So, my first thing I'm better material is Gebe management team and on your man.
He has been working there, that he has been working with me and my boys ever since he started doing music. So, and it is still the same boys. Exactly. And I forming RBA. I forming Road Boys Association. He has been with Road Boys Association since he started.
Road Boys.
Up till now. Yes. He's still with Road Boys Association.
Okay.
The person making the claims is a company friend.
DJ Slim.
The person who gave the information to DJ Slim, DJ Slim Bobo Nipanidi.
I mean, shit, I've seen, but because me I say that's why.
It's a question DJ Slim mentioned names in the interview, pulled out the contract in the interview, and other things. The person making that claim is a company friend. He is a friend of ours, and then we introduced him to Sheriff. Okay. And I don't know why all of a sudden he's acting up and doing all of these things, but I see it's deliberately. It's a deliberate thing to put the guy down. You know, like it feels so deliberate. Because Slim, Anson Obey started. Now, maybe 3 days before he did this thing. I was speaking to him 3 days before he did it. He was super cool with me. We were speaking about the work. Unim Seminar, me a Black Sheriff manager. Unim 13, he knows the boys. This is not the first time I have sleep shows. The people in Kumasi, they know us. I mean, I always say this: the media knows our story because we weren't paying anybody to play our songs. We go, we create relationships, and then we make those things work for us. So the media, they know us. They know our story. Everybody knows how Sheriff got to say song. Everybody knew money when Sheriff released money. This is not the first time Sheriff has had a big song in Ghana. In 2019, Sheriff had a song, Money. He had Destiny. They all grabbed numbers. And so people know those stories. When we shot First Sermon, we didn't have any big man supporting us. If we did, I wouldn't have shot the video like that. If we had a good support.
So this claim about 5 months ago, I invested almost about 500,000. Yatoka or Tundra.
It is all lies. Sheriff doesn't drive a Tundra. Sheriff, like me can ask him. Even the person now me can say, I called the person, and the person said it's not him. Nipano car would deny say, and so is the media just doing their thing. Sheriff doesn't own a Benz or a Tundra, and told Tundra and a Benz man, baby. He doesn't. His transportation and movement is taken care by us. When we are going somewhere, we find a way.
Ask me info.
Ask the RB. When we are going somewhere, we figure out how it goes. Okay. Whatever business agreements we've had with business partners, it was an RBA thing in the business partners. And whatever contracts they say is involved, anything, that we are solving it at the management level. We are figuring that out. But I just want you to know that 100% of the things they are saying on radio are lies.
Which one is true?
My bro, I say 100% of it is lies.
So
they are already talking about how they paid Sam Snee to be our personal producer. Mr. Kwasi, I knew Sam Snee 2 years ago. Mr. Kwasi, do you know why I stopped paying Sam Snee? Over a year ago, we developed the relationship so strong that Sam Snee, on our firm one day, he said, no, your guy has too much talent. I don't think I should be charging him for productions. Let's do the right thing. Let's rather work on production, publishing basis that's paying. I stopped paying Sam Smith over a year ago. Sam Smith has always been that personal producer for Sharif. Sam Smith was there when we released. Sam Smith mastered Destiny. Sam Smith mastered Aboagye, mastered Ankonam. They should check out. I don't even want to talk plenty. You know why? Mr. Kwasi, there is facts that is accompanied with dates on our song releases. The people who produced and mixed mastered, the kind of people we worked with, the kind of production we did. Mr. Badu said a year ago, you were Tundra in Kayecha first ceremony. We all knew it was a good song. But me knew, so I don't know why all of a sudden somebody that we knew, this nigga who is claiming whatever, we knew this nigga 4-5 months ago, and Niamano are claiming most of them is not true, but I don't know his agenda, and he's not even accepting to me that.
But your damn word now using.
What
word were you using? What's it then? This word.
I said I don't know his agenda.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know the guy's agenda. I don't know Slim's agenda. I don't know why they are up to disturb.
But Mark, so far, no Mark has our home.
Maybe.
Why are you enjoying
so far,
it? Why are you not clear? Because phone so people are reading, people are watching, and then they will think, say, what's it 100%? And then they call, I don't know, I'm not responding to it. Why?
Mr. Kwasi, because 100% of the Omo Kana. And I wouldn't give any sort of energy to this.
No, I understand,
I wouldn't give any sort of energy to this.
It's a personal maybe call that I've placed you near Uchichim. If I had read it in a main frame, yeah, because of me, Juma, me, yeah, and I may pen checking, better than Tiasia. I'll read it as, now boy, we are not here. Oh, I mean, if people who also love Blackwell, you know, a lot of people now, he has a lot of fans. People will read it and think that, oh, now always are not here. We are very ungrateful. I mean, gratitude near the other. So, if it's not true, except say, you're doing this for a hype, but you don't also let some of these things slide like that and say, oh, that's my personal, thinking. I don't think that.
Personally, also, the team and the artist doesn't see the need of giving this story energy. Because personally, we feel like if we come out to talk about this, we are giving Slim and whoever is behind this thing too much energy. Meaning, we are working on a project, like I said. We are releasing a project soon. We are shooting. We are trying to shoot videos for our EP. We are trying to record, mix, master. And we wouldn't, giving this thing energy would rather waste our time and do us more harm than do us good. I just want to see because I feel like the whole Ghana knows our story. And people know that this is an agenda they are putting up. How far they can take this.
Why? So why would someone do that? I didn't know be better.
That's what I don't get. That is why I don't understand. Because Slim, the last time we met, we spoke well. We all agreed that Sharif is one of our brightest exports from Ghana. And so we would all have to come together and support. And then 3 days later, what we are saying, you're on radio and you're ranting, saying bare lies, saying that Obia Afa producer Tianika as a personal producer, saying live band instrument. The band Sharif plays with, they are called Pocket Band. They own their own instruments. They own their own business affairs. We have relationship with them, like I said, also. And so we work with them. We pay them ourselves. We work with Pocket Band ourselves. Nobody got us band. Nobody has bought instruments. You understand me? They are 100% of what they are saying. Bare lies.
Turn it up.
Peace FM.
And rip off the knob.
Okay, so that was Madonna, personal assistant, one of the managers for a Black Sheriff and Church and Sim. So, Nia Okan Kusiana said, in summer Kweku Christo ti how can in summer I mean people like DJ Slim or my can from Tundra this if ye shoes I see ni nyina no correct Kwagu
me wan kakra but ensan so nya me wan fi se nipa su no ebi no anyway ye hwe media nim kra na ye wo witnesses a say we say obi your company friend na okobo show a diska beba menye sure say wo be frɛ company friend na wadamfo bi oti ba bia say wo kɔ sign ne hu mesika semu no ya de edikan hu mesika semu na say agina mu jema me eti ede be tumi ntina na contract bia concerning shows and I say advertisement because delay the HD advert by mbetimi abusa ne say e ba ye no one hwan ene deal ye Abeku Santana and so the black sheriff here project it's no so mbetimi abusa ne say aso edru ono no ni mo be a friend snap e wo mu ana no omo nyina ka say oye hwan ena mesa won krata wa ha no ma no so ye shows na
Sammy K Krata no brem na me ready be my tea for Krata shows na what had him say yeah so what the document about Krata say yes one more e dance die that Kweku Christo asema watching so artist performance agreement making kind but this one was 17th November 2021 a Afrochella event omo a boy na per krata no na chese woman almost sign here on behalf of a black sheriff. Then I think there's another one here that was signed on I think 24th August 2021 ana any idea any show ni bia okay Mshebe bi onko boy goso ahafo moko goso
yeah
kobo show goso black sheriff okay and asankrengwa moko asankrengwa
yeah
e honso moko bo show eno nso mi se ma sign bi o hanum say okay so nyao kan akosi ya ne se bibia o kan akosi ni se shows because mu gina hono mo say ma black sheriff no enti na mo signing
yeah because legally na ye gina ho ma black sheriff e ba say the bibia concerning the talent bia enti na ye na ye signing no
okay
yeah
Arnold
enti we na me aso mi busa say wa no say wo wadwuma bi a wo ye na describe brel na say wo no obi any contract bia omo a wo kwan bia so no ye o company friend keka obe aso obetimi de na akose onko ginam na on sign na on ju sika nya empre ba ko mpre bebre ato aso bebre a ni nyina aso kire say me di bra me di e wo ade a ye kan mu nie eno ntina me ginam na ma sign sa contract we
okay all right yes Arnold
I think so almost every year be a situation be say it's a year the first and then so enquire the last it's quite unfortunate because of how fast black sheriff air rising and seriously unanimously as a Ghana for air penny year they really want to see the gentleman rise or share the level of support the ama gentleman and how our kono ebibia enika na situation we very very unfortunate get here say venture we strictly business na under normal circumstance patrol company no say friend Chavez what the some we no and our can be catch on say omo the beko court and no let's be plain and blunt about it say uno be call into a business venture contractual agreement na ba ku feel say ba ku breach and as a back provisions maybe woman and the responsibilities on this one. The best place I saw the corner the law court. Now also ain't see I mean platform where discuss about contractual related issues almost every time. And so it's also fair say you're being interrogating matters and see maybe I did near my battle. But the point is courts na some settle the way. Now on the core issue I have gone through the documentation contract the actual contract and some of the all kind of shows be a management team assign. Now when I listen to the Madonna guy or see a company friend how I didn't think a company friend was so much powers in representing the artist in a lot of dealings. Company friend there ABR me maybe and I'm watching me or bibimu and I'm friend be sorting me out. It was sorting me out, but that's where it ends. ABR minyasa scanner no makutu on the back. He has no locus in me business dealings. Me business and I'm watching me and I'm still lies my company my friend. It's him I watch na me woman or the world without to actually sort me out. Na come so chale my loan of 50,000 Ghana cedis na me fan share me out. Me nyam be mount. That's what a company friend is. But from the documentation I hear see it's a management contract. Management contract and even when you actually read the details now it tells you say company no I take charge of Sheriff ni bibia. Now let's backtrack a little. Let's also understand the fact say first sermon eheti before these guys came in. Second sermon eheti and sana omombem. Inti Ubeka said so then why did Black Sheriff need these people? Because he's become a talking point almost every platform. But I see here almost because support financial mass in and that's how come he ran to these people to say listen and based on your narration about more than twice. First one then they consistently kept coming. Sanka Black Sheriff any Road Boys Association or Road Boys Committee or Road Boys label Incorporated. Road Boys Incorporated, sorry. Sanka we are very comfortable. And let's be mindful on this fact because the gentleman will knock a couple of heads. Under normal circumstance, why would I need another label if the gentleman is doing well? But when they had some chance and they realize no. Yes, the songs no blue artists is being talked about. But no channel. Now, because we're very popular and the lifestyle is not matching, the fame and the popularity. They needed help. Reason to more rush call this people go as company friend. They actually signed a management contract. And when you read a contract, we say over some years ago, I don't know, may say me correct. Time and myself, and you should be by one of the artists or Bravo. So then, so for you, one of them, and you will be signed contract with Ghana, and rights the rights to sell the CDs were broken. I'm saying it was not included in the contract. I can find be buy. Guess what? In this contract, it actually defined the territory. Management team ever control over, and that is worldwide. Universe. It means that anything Black Sheriff Chavez, if I'm correct, and they say representing artists. It's as simple as that. Now, this is where it gets interesting. I heard somebody saying, Black for instance, second sermon here and blah 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 blah. It doesn't matter. Once the artist enters into another contract, it means Chavez is in control. Chavez is in total control. Now, me to be so about the fact that we're not empire or more that. Correct me if I'm wrong. Yes, no money empire or deal that.
Yeah. Before you be sure, yes, not empire or deal concerning money. But then Oba no can say on sign it because Oma hand on it. No end day October, which is last year.
Good.
It no end day no more reading and I'm boss there be almost terms and conditions
No, good. Yeah. So again, say even someone empire or contract ne ewa, the moment a Shav is taking control, no, they are in charge. They take over all forms of negotiation. But guess what? Say, or your company friend a dentina or ne empire renewal, or when the command Shav say moonshim. You get it? If there was understanding now. A new say we mun no me management. I don't know money empire renewal contracts on when they come out service for say moon show na moon say e okay. You see, sometimes no yeah na you name the dynamics when it comes to labels. When you just want to say about Road Boys Incorporated, no, because when you actually look at the actual contract, Road Boys when you move, Road Boys. And clarify.
Madonna is better, and I say ODL because as some kind I'm just ODL because
say contract is between Road Boys
and management. Yeah, between Snap Chavis and the Black Sheriff, Road Boys Incorporated in Town. And it was a time Madonna approached my boss after some time say he thinks contract agreement na a woman no and kopeseka sikasem no omo change no and am boss say o de on can adwin no ntie because o na on can contract no but mo buy and mo say sheriff say mo on nchen a na onya peace of mind na mo so mo boa no won adwuma sem ne ade no it me boss na say dwin no say music no ye de asumdwe na ye because wasum en towa untimi nya ayi nya bebre etiane ese sa na mo ka de a kamema sheriff dan baako ama na tenem no I but any area me mama 3 bedrooms mu nyina amumra enti wo buy na say percentage na me boss as we bet 20% from whatever that comes out of sheriff no man 80% which the 20% you know as we speak since the day I started say and then work contract you know the boss later called us to tell us say when we be about sheriff now or person building a financial confidence it you know for the first 1 year no the 20% no ante me no kasa besi nei sa 20% ya ante abesi ne which means say your bonyom na ye kobo bibi na say bia ye 5 ya the 5 ni nyina akoto Black Sheriff account eti wo Madonna no buy na say enka ye change no na ye fa 80 near my Sheriff 20 na out of 80 no near the 30 ato ye adwuma no nka but na wo kire say ye nye no yeah, near the 30 at 2 adwuma no 50 no me boss ne mache and o say there be no kra no sacrifice ne de na aside no say de be ya mo ho nkire mo no o ma mo na mo tie rounds no cars o wi a monthly allowance eti month bi o say ma mo allowance ukobo show ba on fasika ne bi no and am say mo abre no say ya jiwation cars na o de ma mo no muntu ima ne nka say mo fam sika to petrol da
okay. So what it means, they say, Road Boys Incorporated, there was no structure. Because in the dynamics of labels, no, what it means, they say, Anka, Shav is for Black Sheriff or person one. Because Black Sheriff catch on so, me one management team, and I say small church label be ha, me no mono, jumano. So ideally, they should have moved along with Chavez. And when you pick the contractor, I can say, yeah, Black Sheriff and I say Road Boys Association Incorporated, sorry. In that contract, one more example. Offer, let's say, an artist like 50 Cent, or starting with Onuan Kasane label.
But just to, yes, RBA no can own your wrong because you interview now.
Yeah.
Madonna now, so I'm refer to themselves as RBA. But maybe just, yeah.
Even with the RBA, you know, when they came, there was no RBA, but it was a word of mouth.
Okay.
Until omo kan omo ka che me boss omo person omo build the label no say any problem he will supervise them and assist them and now omo be a label no me boss ka say Black Sheriff choosing the person any directors and ono say ne maame nua o work on go mai eti Madonna wanted to be on the person the directors nim and me boss say there be this is the way adia me person me boa no na me build the man. It is also saying no person or any dia. Miss meet me say no. You can say ne ma me nua na wo kono no. Witness to asema making. eti road boys no see and almost omo bibi e chese road boys no kra wo ha obetimi dia contend legally omo fambra e no kra say even wo ha me boss di e wo so
no and I see me by and I listen to my reading some articles utia and almost the management is still around, the management is still there, but based on the contract I know there's nothing like Road Boys Association or Road Boys Incorporated as management team and your boys and no money nam ho.
And even with the Empire contract, no, I think the main person, Osan Black Sheriff himself,
exactly,
is not because there's the signature to Wayne, I think between the artists, which
yes.
is
well, it's like a Road Boys for no, and another my example. Now me my example of 50 Cent. Or no, starting and no hasini no on the G Unit label dada. Tama Eminem Shiano no, our Caso Bebuano. He went under the label of Slim Shady Records. But guess what? He went with his G Unit label. Eminem co-introducing the chef Dr. Dre no. Now they have to go under Aftermath Records. Guess what? Now G Unit went with Slim Shady onto Aftermath. Now one more. Dr. Dre is on to me just like the Empire situation because only capacity to distribute, to market in the KK account. So he has to see a bigger label, Interscope. Now do you know what happened? 50 Cent moved his G Unit plus Slim Shady plus Aftermath onto Interscope. Into what will happen is say G Unit boys in BDB, Slim Shady BDB, Dre BDB, Interscope the bigger percentage. That's how it works. But they missed it. The boys missed it. They missed the sank. Someone do almost share the contract between Chavez and the Black Sheriff. And it's in change. Now let's come to the investment. How many times in a artist our story way about artists they invested the almost CC form? And you know the yakakra. Quantify the level of resources. Man no Chavez no they share artists anymore. And every time, when I get the opportunity, I applaud investors.
But let me just read this one because it seems Boys Incorporated because who kind the contract no or say this agreement may come when the Empire this agreement when
the new or the expired one?
The new one.
Okay.
This agreement when duly signed by the parties here too is entered into and effective as of November 2, 2021, effective date. Between, on the one hand, Road Boys Incorporated, located at GE 115, 5741, company, into bracket company. So they're referring to Road Boys Incorporated as company. Then Mohammed Ismail Sharif, Black Sheriff, artist, and on the other hand, Empire Distribution. So I am kind of confused, really.
No, but that's where the breach comes in. There's no. So the all kind a distribution deal between Empire and the Sheriff and the label Road Boys Association.
But who signed?
The people who were supposed to sign here.
I think there's no sign.
Black Sheriff and there's a portion to boys Road Boys here.
Yes, so that is where the breach is. Because under normal circumstances, Chavez and they said represented Black Sheriff with Empire. Road Boys, they have only was hard deal with
Empire deal no na day the whole Yinaba because I wasn't kaya
and it says Chavez
yes I'm a fan of chi I kwati kwan so akosan ade o no ka se mama and it say enya mo say family company friends how do we have contract no copy
what the brand can say and it anytime can say and I come recognize them and come from ambassador
and to make this clear no my boss here omo April it is that time na first sermon and also omo hia car and his car and also on timi sign omo but omo car omo Chevy Cruise white and omo dey omo rounds bia no say omo car every now and then omo friend house omo car omo hia no bia omo muska monye mo fanye see until so omo persist as still are the omo here
until from April no one sign your man
to August eti we nya obi a o pe bibia fom
you know unim
I know the yeah
almost situation no is similar to what we have between Lynx, Kiddy and the Empire, the same Empire. So Kiddy bet me I can say okay well Lynx now show me more to this point but me Empire court distribution deal there my main call as Kiddy boys na me ko sign it. You understand how it is?
Yeah.
It will have been so unfair to Lynx because me no work contract say me represent in any dealing in any negotiation. So if I'm a China ko sign here we breach contract. And you know what the artists sometimes they fail to get. Investor now was spending so much on you. Ebia and year 1 no be nyanika. And year 2. Even year 1, year 2, year 3 within the space no or bread. And we know this. They struggle to make returns. The kakabeba ni muno is when international deals no every month. And so this is a time when nakebia Chavez or Benyan and Kaka will be because there's an international deal. International shows beba up.
Shows
boss. Okay, they check. We are always sorting out.
With the international shows, no. Sheriff SA Passy behind me, boss. Any Afro Nation co sign is woman be the booking agents for all international shows. No Chroma Jinama Bookie Yam Festival, some other festival in Portugal, and who's can yenim the OJ and the corner.
Okay, so I know do baby, but my main for fan to just say. And come on, and just as a bew horn more, almost than Tiasia, but basically for Tiasia, say. Nina, and that's why this platform is there. Say about near course with the industry, na say Obi Bow, and now call. Ekosremo ebi few bi ho a me emfa no track Kwasi o ehun hia because near kwaso ni nyina is because look obi aso no mu se oboa no oni pa ko no boa no enkrata so on contract ho so yendi contract say empo enyo no na wo ba wi ase enti Chavez when obetimi aka say na me no nya adwuma biom but say oni nipa ni nya adwuma ye wo kwan a ye fa so eno ne nkomo ya ye dia no due mami
okay but me quickly mami we na mo ne maka about ye doso the be menja mami na me kan about say bia edu time I say Chavez so e geni kakra now time I say onu so geni kakra no opeso yi fi nenum are you being fair and this a lot of stories around artists or investors like this we are saying oh killing investor confidence but remember one last example then they move on. Sometimes the artists they forget say you see labels where some more they protect you especially when you are going for international deals because international person distribute towers and so baby who now structured way or set it up there's a certain way there's a way of show because Obanakasana all the structured units and they buy anything on the come Chavez on go through contract no or share ABCD and what artists no
now I know okay dear meaning say whether I don't think it's okay it's fair for us to put some of the figures but I'm looking at the figures Sikana Empire is parting with you and I'm just asking I mean come on
you understand because you know what
this amount of money
yes
Sikan kitty way
for 15 years 15
come on
I who says Sheriff I sign because almost send this kind of brand no almost send $15,000 instead of actual
so what do you jam there make can't man for
it's already out there
I see initial Sam no cry I mean 30,000
because company friend that we cannot know all these details so
but the point is the artists they forget so the local label no or how to protect you so for example there's no way Lens will go into an agreement with Empire and make Kiddy look bad you know why because Kiddy is the prize asset of Lens they will do they say you'll be the best for the artist but they will do it just like they will also get their percentage you understand they forget they think say oh but you see when you go to that international platform no because you have no protection you have nobody within your circle because no you understand but no last example move on
$30,000
and these artists they don't learn you remember what happened with the Two-Face situation Two-Face started with Don Jazzy with more hits we all saw it how Don Jazzy and Two-Face and More Hits were all over the place. And Kanye West be mo. Kanye West be mo, Def Jam be mo. I say, I don't know this guy. More Hits coming. I'm starting. Me and I'm starting More Hits. But eko yesing. Because a do or call good music or call Def Jam na anko ye no. Now what be my public affection? If you same, until we back to Africa, nobody cares about you again. Because we betray with Nipa on the start here. So sometimes they should learn from history.
Questioners. Unia Mr. Logic. He said, "Nia, we are costly. We are Kele investor confidence. You bu a man for fiscal and financial judgment."
Of course, and me the side of me have be industry na do, and cyber we are getting away. This uncle ya. It's a more riskier now. A more riskier now and more. Because
sorry. The bunch. Saying the bunch. I'm Two-Face. The bunch more hate. Sorry.
Kwasi?
Thank you, Andy.
Because the thing is, na me can be say, as to say artists, no, because is it okay for them to become successful? Because when they don't become successful, these things don't happen. The only time these things happen is when they become successful. Artists hate here, and all these problems comes. Black Sheriff, so yeah, hit. No, what in the baby, I know, yeah, and can still, Papa way, or so on a baby about a horn a car, or shall you, I in 1,000, I in 2,000. The moment the artist bear hit separate, bang, you have too many middlemen, some shahan now for 4 radio presenters, some way, maybe mush shahan near chain, oh, the Osisu or yes, because if we check agreement now. Contract na ye nyina ye ba ye de ene go through na no kura ne say wo cause wo talent and wa tena say hu talent na wo no ukotokomu entumi enso sika ni ho a betumi de push man na strong nti wakomu Father Dixon say father omwa support na ye push akwa nipa ana nti ko father hono no ana father so okay ye agreement. In a father or your agreement no between Father Dixon and then a queer nipa. Who was Aboagye na ode a unicorn? You failed to recognize yourself within the contract. Into your sign a contract, no contract by BBI between BBI father a queer father or 20% BBNT BBI father na manage father so born who who win it to say father boy queer nipa hoka your boy Black Sheriff hoka when it to yet you failed to put your company in the contract as at the time. So I did as a put on my agreement, no, and on my so under this circumstance, me na me discover Sheriff. Enti Abia me 30%, enti father 20%, Sheriff 50%. It means that afternoon will be our representation. Nka deal be about signing part 3 no. You know, me son and son come forward to Empire. Negotiate said, this is what we want. Discover baby etne no be any interest. But because of common greed, and you see where the greed has landed, Sheriff. To go and sign for almost 15 years.
Why are you saying greed?
No, it's greed. If it is not greed, why would you go and sign 15 years over 15 years contract for $15,000? Multiplied by what they question multiply 15,000 by
$15,000.
Secondly, you're saying
initial sum $30,000. Then they will do Empire agrees to spend according to an Empire approved budget $50,000 to promote and market the content.
No man
but in account. Then
the
$55,000 shall be allocated towards each single.
Kwasi,
even with the 30,000 now,
yeah.
They hit Sheriff account 15,000.
Anti 30 ni number.
Dabi.
And no cry number, you know. On a Burna Boy kucha video no. Burna Boy video ne $32,000 accredited to Sheriff account. Burna Boy ne
32,000 if you invite one.
So I'm not take project. Said you almost cast almost the 50,000 by promotion. Okay. 32,000 video no.
Empire advanced $32,000.
Yeah, I was sharing.
And so far, no, they cut $32,000.
Oh, they cut $32,000.
Ansana.
32,000.
Ansana. Benna boy outfit. $8,000.
I do $40,000.
I do 40.
Yes.
It is kind of same.
Okay.
It is 100,000.
Two outfits.
And to question 100,000. Obo so say set aside no.
Yeah.
Already no. Yeah, and this is what happens, and it is important for artists to continue to learn from some of these things. So we are Ochina. It will be difficult, Mr. Kwasi, and then. So me catch out the number of talent I work room ha. Me say one more afro my office. Ebi mu fresh commitment, ebi mu fresh sha, ebi mu fresh way. People have good songs. Who share more? But one of be a kasa. Now so me who talent we me pay 100,000 cedis. Them they push. I say hey, me patch up. My me phone confirm me. Ebi a mobile phones in meton. Because and they look at what out of Papa no can look at the good way Us omiti April. To monitor what support what August before a contract was signed. We no so no and say or person build up into a no 20% now a year in profit. Sanka Sabre Yanka and you mean Sheriff number BA Ubo show na say 10,000 need 20%. We no see there be me person me build up for one castle future. Into me 20% no masanso kwa the account now Sheriff is even entitled to 100%. Ni na mwachi no what's our actually sign contract because $1 because we are quite play mu because they say we started only Grammy award winners and into or shoulders to who is what do, and this is consistently happening corners by corners. Yes, I see a bomb see a best no Kwasi they are not safe from say artists na sign contract yakasa with table so. They have most of them have failed to seek legal support. Into contract they prepare the more. Even after what Papa contract here kita me. So we go through legal. Who the lawyer be no interpretation man. There are some clauses mistakes in getting be more as error too many errors. Who the US student you know. So we for contract now you could say no cry na ebia yasano. There are quite a number of errors within the contract because musicians when they meet opportunity. Woman to boise because of say anxious ya ho prepare ya pursue no excitement into onya daje krampo say contract na ya prepare me to me boise me kopa lawyer ni na wonya interpretation for me hu baba me gina me hu baba me yesi because we check we ya Sheriff we now agreement no answer no o say for territory universe Sheriff ono on bisa no pose eh na universe na ye kan kwa na search say black Sheriff when me say no pose universe
you are being unfair to you.
No, I'm being honest because sir if this doc before anybody will go before artists be able to contract worldwide universe no there are particular interests which is well stipulated in the contract as when you are growing from local to international, there are particular growth, and the growth is being measured. Until before you sign the contract, no, as we progressing and there is a particular interest benefit that goes to you. Artists name Mr. Way now, Akwasa Universe Street. And to say yes, be a papa no crave and trimo amre, and on no obey a bit so obey manager. And can you have just go to Sony Music and then no Akwasa contract say this person is mine. Intimidate at this cost. Black Sheriff has nothing to say. Because there was nothing measured between now and then when I'm growing. When to me winning now calculation and we say between now from year 1, this is my growth. Year 2, this is my growth. Year 3, this is what I will be. If I'm signing a universe contractor, I should be able to have a legal interpretation and know say I had a mijina. There's so many things that is happening. Artists hey, this matter. Mijina I so. Nama appeal to boss a friend saying Snapchat, Snapseed. Kwasi me master me can say yama sade way emfanye esuade emfama this music industry. Na protect artists, protect investment. And into abranti or timid me person make sure it say for the first time in the history of Ghana, sa contract you making sure that this thing case goes to court. for a proper court to provide proper interpretation, ruling on this matter. Really, no, that day, me person can transmitting entertainment review. Your court 1 year carrying a live. Young carry program live. Now, Obi be a musician, be an fan to know who said. Say, Obi do more do question qua. Young first sending panel from you.
Crazy.
That is what I'll say. Woman to man, yes, I the way. Now, me tell on in the brother. One which the radio so cast us will be baby, will be ano. I'll look for them and I'll fight them because that is not where they should go. They should go for Monday.
Medasi. I say more. Councillor.
Bra, Medasi. Say that same way because I entertainment review you can music in here can. But you must be the Sikasha boxers, mama. Bra. Master one day make come master. Boxer boxer obi okọ boxing. Quality me transfer ko training bar. Eduani odipa. Yes, sign contract we say how they go see here. Eti abrabo dey abre wo mu. Ya sign portrait from contract cry and go see baby. But make us I think one we need education. And education na make can enye like formal way because once a AG contract is here no. Official contract mu kra me who exit plan be a womb. Me share me who exit plan. Me read some portion. And exit plan womb. Remedies no exit plan. Bra, me name say a pair. What man say remedies ni bra. Doctor ni different. We hear the IB. Oh, the empire. Me can't wear remedies. Here the crowd haro. Me who exit plan womb. But akwana sign.
Exit clause.
Exit clause cap. Okay, clause. Okay, there clause. Remedies pay the wall. But me can we see yourself to say education or say you brought in the up and coming artists that we are building. And so Musuan say obe jiwo aso wase idea and tiasie ben ne awurem. Abrantia ne kasa bra lebo na akosan we no. Minim se me to asie yi a o chese Black Shelif. Black Shelif. Any sa rebo no o say
is that Shelif?
Baby Ibia kasa ko no see ya kan Shelif. Black Sheriff sign no ko sign no. Which is a label na ye body no. Mo boa mo register sa label na. Bra o kan sa na.
Because
There because a good man bacho.
Road boys no.
Road boys no.
Yeah. Even as at the time when we share my boss, it wasn't a registered company.
Go. So mo boa mo register.
Yeah, boa mo and in the process no Madonna seen the DNA directors as we speak now.
He's not part of the directors.
Document
perfect. Bra me argument ni say no crazy document I can ya sign. Na Black Sheriff ne ko sign ya. Na say McDonald's na ye kan asem crowd boy na ye kan asem no. Road boys no on ka ho. On ka directors no. Black Sheriff ni auntie ene ka ho. Et on ni auntie no me directors no. I'll see who director ka ho.
But that will not be fair.
No, what just say if you're going to sign
I know the minimum donor ya adwin. Because road boys no one no mo boa sa boys see omo no mo
say no be a company friend.
No, so hear my word.
If you are not say a company friend.
But I mean Black Sheriff stories ni atisa car boys your boys your mo boa mo. And I'm saying that Star boys Madonna no Farouk Numune chocolate back now they need Alex omo nyina so they are a group and I'm saying that omo no form sa RBA no.
Thank you.
So they don't have any document to show.
Ni antino can RBA for.
Thank you, but yeah, see, Tama,
support or them. Anti Mary Nimbra,
Anti Mary T. Konaguna,
bra, no cranny say, boys, nabre. Ye can't say, boy, the person didn't count. Sheriff for her. Or say on preno. One prince, one cassette, force and put my name there. That's one. Number two, Black Sheriff. Say, I am passing a branch and come or catch and say, Director Aboagye, I'm work or register some particular label. No, not some label no without your mother label. Yeah, that's we. Who to me fair chico you so dear papa ya boa ko sign. Asa ko sign another thing. I mean Black Sheriff no, he's digging a grave for himself. She anyam bia ne ko court man yo. Obi to me sense so good from our brabo. Yes sir, samaya brabo. Because you can. Said you can ye tuma. I sign 100% deal and say you are taking 80, I'm taking 20. No samba say, looking at your condition, providing shelter and food for you, no. Me samba say, We know boys, no. Me san because 20 na me de ma no ma sign their can one ma. Hey, you should be afraid of such a person. Oh. Now our boy was setting another group. What is that group now go sign an empire deal? I mean, is everything okay with Black Sheriff? No, is everything okay? Because at the end of the day, no, bruh, me my family bro. Me a one crop.
Men foul boxing who yaw and come Black Sheriff assembly yeah. Men foul boxing who yaw man.
Bema, even musicians here come assembly me. Ya so be mun sa dia mancrophobia. Before you know more you need sika ni bebre sa. But we've run it. And the Black Sheriff should be careful.
Onim say near Kwasi, a man for su krom happen. Hey, continue su ma agiko to su enya de ketua o. Hey, adia pa kwaku jesi de ye John Mensa sapon wo man mu hanom say utimi say be man su ba artist no be aye man for adia o krom ha o.
Bra, and the Black Sheriff we na mesre no. Baby akodui. Ena de ya ne say, wako say wi o. Branch and so the crata we be chonom say when you good deal. But he ignored them and used the label that the man helped him register with the auntie to go and sign this. The pain right now, some boys in the count, the moment I feel they have lost it because Black Sheriff Bamohono, Oma insisted, said they should be part of the contract. And when we're going to register that, whatever boys, you know, they didn't insist to become road boys to become part of it. So as we speak, they are voiceless legally. But Black Sheriff, I think, is if what we are listening to is true, and with all that is going on, he's becoming ungrateful. Onye careful because I know I did chinchiri me ko waju bisika. Onye careful on me who be da.
I'm the Tafri Bomski na.
Yo, I'm brapo na kai me po nyam na tonga tali. But onye very careful.
Ofaso.
And Tafri Bomski there who here pa. Onye very careful. Obi friend in nkasa said Yawako say whether it's even one peso is $1. There is something that he has come to commit himself to.
Okay.
Onye careful.
All right.
Na boy ninja kasa. Na boy no. Boy, if I Madonna no. Kajesa Mr. Onja kasa.
Okay.
Because he has no share in the game.
All right.
Both two parties in only share.
Me da say Ola me say tile who pray no. Ola o de be manana.
Oh no, so
ladies first.
Okay. Ola say OCD to you. Also OCD to you.
First of all, I say we are very unfortunate, very, very unfortunate because Black Sheriff, according to him, then your career here basa or enter depression. He entered depression 2 months with these boys. The road boys now, sad boys, it's a road boys now. Road boys, they entered depression together, group depression. I mean, you can say it will be sad. So like, I sat with him for an interview. And it's unfortunate because only investors, I had a space conversation. And it was just music investors, and most of them, one thing stop you from investing into Ghana music industry is the fact that artists are ungrateful, and it is because artists for some reason feel they are the most important people in the music ecosystem, and I don't know who put that in their mind.
They are, Anna.
They are not.
They are the main product, Anna. So without them, the ecosystem also.
And unfortunate. It's quite unfortunate. Say, yeah, ecosystem. No, say, man, I say, omuno the most important. Obi ye show they want to build it around artists.
So if you don't have the artists, we don't get the music video director.
Exactly. So now they have they are not actually, because if you look at this conversation now, we share the people that have held Black Sheriff down and the fact that he got a hit song, but he still realized say, oh here Obi. Or here will be to help, which means your talent and your hit alone, it doesn't. If I won't know, you need somebody. Yeah. I start with AK Songstress. AK Songstress had a hit song, Jonathan. I asked her that, what's your story now? What led to your hit song now?
According to you.
She told,
according to you.
Well, she said that if you look at it critically, she was not the most important thing in making the hit song possible. Now, the Empress can say, first of all, artists must respect everybody that plays a role in the music space. And that is what will clear away all these conversations. Once they respect the fact, say, we support Kakra, we more Kakra is what puts me here. They will take the way Omuya and Yoma. Next thing they say, I was say artist Omusia die. Big time. Because if truly details now what sign with this label is what he's getting for 15 years, then it's a problem. There are so many ways to sign licensing deals with these labels, but se who name their local pair, they can give you anything and you will sign. Also, better me iPhone. Na say iPhone 13. Me akua me nim say iPhone 13 aba. Na me ka say oh, okay, X is fine. Now want me X. That's a question is call. Na so ka say me pe X pe 13 na. I can't go and complain saying question is holding 13 because I didn't learn to know say. Do you even know say in signing such deals, you can sign deals not for song that will release you, but they can backtrack. Only why that they can now take profit on their old songs, not your new songs. Now, conversation, no, was signing with your 15 years. And what is the conversation like? Once they are able to take their money and now they recoup their money, no, is there a percentage Black Sheriff is going to get?
After 15, once they are able to recoup their money, no, it will be a 60-40 on whatever that comes.
Who is 60 and who is 40?
I think Empire would take 60 and Sheriff would take 40.
Maybe that is what he considered already signing that 15 years deal, no, because probably or share the distribution plan of a year. And I make the distribution plan of a year Empire maybe after 5 years or after they recoup their money, there is a possibility to say in the next 15 years he will still be getting money, which is why we are signing. Now, person make us say artists, the boys around us, they influence artists a lot, and I have seen big artists fall down because of the people around them. Boys need someone woka omunya obi boy mo pek forget do any we can do for you go fit do give you go fit do na nipa na this kanation mo no wa hwe mo na afa boy si na afa mo twe for mo bo sa mienu mo say and that from sa Black Sheriff should be careful. This thing is very unfortunate because then it's another investor courage to put money in another artist, and this thing no a problem. It's me pamachowa artist nyensia there now boys no more and making sure so omunsia there because I don't know why an artist with a bright future like Black Sheriff will sign a deal like that for 15 years.
Because of more influencing, no.
Well.
Because.
Why no influence, you know?
Oh, according to
Road Boys.
Yeah, Road Boys. And yeah, said the name Adona can I?
Oh, I know.
Oh, let me okay, sorry.
We are don't call time do it to you. Oh, Monk can ask him.
Road Boys, don't come home.
He's
not part of it. The guy should think. He's not part of what the writers know.
Yeah.
Yeah, media. It's just an unfortunate incident for me. Now I'm hoping say after second sermon remix no or another song now.
Yeah, also was a release and then I think they talked about his EP as well.
Hey, Asemo. So now afterwards, no, after Star Projects, no, are you people willing to still work with him?
Who? What breachy contract?
That we're breachy aside that, but this guy is one of the hottest right now, and I'm not sure saying like
you know what?
And I'm saying that are you willing to work with him after that part, or you want to take him legally on?
We are taking him legally on because what breachy contract?
Okay, so and then after that. He's not allowed to drop music under any label again, or what is the conversation?
The court will decide. It is a court case say, then we just abide by it.
And it is a more than a court.
Oh, because Madonna bought out, and it's a very serious allegation. Say, what they imagine? Say, now you're in any contract, Krana, obidini sika show musei. Nasa asema ba. You refer to that person, your divine helper. We have a helper and we have a divine because we be about life ma ade a woya ma wa ogina ho kra won tiase your divine helper o wadan for na hete okay wa for wadan for wasa for waka ho waduane o ka bibia wo yema ono ene senka asema ba o refer to ono say or you just a company friend na me pa cho akosi se wo kra na de sade we ya wa ka wo bo hu ne say just what the info legal matters in tune chain and the contract in
media says so creating himself come the bemanyame
patcho me ka say we asema ka me person me ka say last one in track so artist anybody by God's grace they've come into contact with fame kakra no omo who said there are something or people in the industry too called industry leech. They leech off you almost bear on when you have blown, and that's almost bear on when they see that prospects. Oh, Bibia, sorry, then they come, and those people they come and their sole aim is to bring you down. They don't know that almost bring you down, but certain decisions they make you make as an artist in your high moments. No, it always brings you down. I was so more careful.
Tilly, Medasi, Maulankabi. Ola.
One day now interview with Boxer story, no why?
Ola.
Okay, me person bisa question ba could be say ana me say hard na me tin bisa. Boss, about your contract now money ne sign no. I mean in the contract no more BBH say or go according away from the money na agree on A B C D and Ben. But you bet me I refer you my
I think
money a contract. Bravo, I'm saying no. So I'm so betting you boy so.
I think the latter part. The remedies. That's all.
Yeah.
So you put the usually don't put that. Yeah. The court will decide. Either party may.
No. There's a buyout clause. I'm looking for that thing.
There's no buyout.
There's no buyout. There's no exit.
There's no exit clause.
So what are we fighting about?
So right now, no, it is for them to go to court and then the court to do an interpretation, look at the value of investment and measure who is suffering.
You are speaking out of emotions. I like that.
So this agreement shall be governed by the laws of the Republic of Ghana. And any controversy or claim arising out of or in relation to this agreement, including the validity, construction, or performance of this agreement, with respect to any breach which is capable of cure, not to include the failure to provide services at a given place during a given time period, neither party shall be in breach of this agreement unless.
That's what I'm saying. The level of errors within the contract. What's the earlier?
And Pacho, I wouldn't use errors, but I'm just saying that the way I say
okay, for our understanding, so, there be errors.
So what it means is that per this one now can. So two things are possible. One of the first things a woman will say, if this matter go to court, as some we call court, it is likely that Empire will lose their contracts.
Yeah.
No, don't make prejudgments.
No, I'm not making prejudgment. I'm saying it is likely, and I use likely underlined.
You didn't underline it.
Well, let me underline it. May I underline it?
Yes.
It is likely that
okay, so all right.
I'm giving some legal.
Lawyer. Brawazi. Who's that? The Obia car. Oh, I said black sheriff. Panyadie. Bra, yanya fake akrawai.
Send me who message back ha. Obi say akoye say ya ye wa ha nyina no. Ye can against black sheriff.
Because majority Americans and want we are listening to Snap G, Snap C, a P.
Where Kwaku Christo.
On any P.
Yeah.
But you need sheriff so. You need number one. Number two. What kind of contract you could carry?
Kai say me bo Madonna ni. Or senior can be 100% intro.
But contract no McDonald's signature ni. So they could a black sheriff and signature.
Na say na sa na o kan dia na say Kwaku Christo tiam so make say ni signature or
the document aba.
But
we are speaking to the document now.
What are you saying?
But Madonna no team for document. But Ukraine me ba cho hwe. Investors are omo person invest in music industry no. Mestre. Aya mu duedue mu kakra. Ansana mu di musika ahim. Pacho what I say? Mumbisa, mumpe bia ofre Kwasi Aboagye pese black sheriff abeshia.
Abeg.
Example.
Na Father Dixon dia mame no eno nka ho.
Okay. Ebia ofre Arnold. Black sheriff ababebe aben opese oni ebibi na modwuma na tisen. Now know that show say you are dear friend in management contract where you work for the artist. You work for the artist and the artist pay you. Uti say you don't invest your money in there. You have signed a contract with an artist and everything I'm reading. No, you can check it out.
No, I'm just saying that we have executive producers and almost
Meba.
but the way I can quite say oh, bruh.
Who conclude your mommy? or the documents are back. And we are speaking to the document on the face of the green sheet and
pink sheet.
There be any pink one, make a green sheet.
We are white.
White. Okay. And you speaking to and I make us say investors say buy instead of us making it seem so artists no kwane bi omo form. And I'm so almost amunji additional kakra wom and san omo de bia omo sika ba bishim. Say bia obi form and obi boom Kwasi am be hu fast. No ma stop no. Patchwati I say. And I may say to across to say contractor me can say if this is what they sign with the boy, this is too much a contract for the boy to sign. It's too difficult. I mean, it's too tight. I say I can't wafe.
You mean
the one you are reading?
So I ain't fan Emma too tight.
Makai bibia womu.
I ain't fan.
And I'm from na me No. How can I read something in the next 20 minutes now? Everything. Me back,
Mama say Mufamano. Now,
me patro.
Ola pointy.
Me patro. Nyabutre. Me, I'll speak to the facts for you. Everything is.
We are speaking out of.
About just no, semen cancer. Okay, yes, starting free here. Commission. I have page 4. Patro, obi enibi so I just say me kind. Commission yet I said the 6th item, right? As compensation for the managers' services. Manager shall receive a commission of 20%, equal to 20%. Please, managers' services. And I make a manager, you work for the artist. And a while you do what me explain, he said this is your position. Then you go ahead and say everything about the artist is yours. Maybe I will tell me some percent I'll just read it out for you. And I'm wondering, how can everything about the artist be yes? Managers' services, any. That baby or budget 20%, any chapter 4, page 4. AI. The manager shall represent and act as their negotiator to fix the terms governing all manner of disposition, use, employment, exploitation of the artist's talent and the product thereof. 2. Supervise artist professional employment on behalf of the artist and to consult with employers and prospective employers so as to assure the proper use and continued demand for the artist services. It will get funny. 3. Be available at reasonable times and places to confer with artists in connection with all matters concerning artists' professional career, business interests, employment, and publicity. 4. Exploit artists' personality in all media in connection therewith to approve and permit for the purpose of trade, advertising, publicity, the use, dissemination, reproduction, and publication of all artists' intellectual property. Hold on.
Management services.
No, hold on. Mamire. Intellectual property and publicity rights. Such as artist trademarks, copyright, name, likeness, fax signatures, voice, artists, and musical materials. Look, you, manager, want to exploit all these things.
We are not. We don't want.
No.
It's a contract. You cannot say we want.
Come on.
What do you want?
The only problem in this document is that it should have supposed to have been a record label contract.
That is what I'm saying.
That was only a mistake. It was
not a mistake. It cannot be a mistake.
Ola,
oh, why are you saying that?
But I think
no, that is not fair. No, that's not fair.
I think. I think. Say, Opo signing contract. That's why you are giving the contract to go to.
No,
Apart from that, he's out of order.
Ola, man, two foot ring.
Pajo foot ring there.
We are Niama. Or Chen Niama, a Juma, obey Ama artist.
A manager, Juma, no. No. I am. What has publication of? Arnold, you guys.
That's a manager investing in artists.
Finish. No.
But this is a situation we
that
are
investing. That is why I say you went wrong.
No, come on. We didn't go wrong in any way.
You asked me a question. Does the manager invest in an artist? I said no.
So that's the
no,
business.
wait. Are you all saying here that you don't know that it's not the manager's role to be an executive producer to invest in the artist? Are you all saying that?
Which one is manager's role?
No, are you all saying that? No, I don't mean.
Hey, Ola, manager's role is it cast in stone? Manager's role are they cast in stone?
Me pacho.
Debbie, Ola, I'm out for TV.
Okay, let him finish.
Of course.
Let him finish.
That's why we are investing.
See, we are doing music business. And I'm saying in music business, there are types of contracts. Now, a management contract has got the tenets that describe this as a management contract. And a record label contract has also got types. But they have mixed the two. And now it has made it too difficult for... But I say,
teachers.
Oh, don't make me look like an idiot.
Oh no, I'm not. I'm saying the teachers. Can't say
no, but you all know that. You can't do over and over. Contrast.
No, I don't know. Now can we say teachers? Okay, will teach me. Will they teach me?
Okay, if you say that, this is it. This is something small, different between a management deal and a record label deal. A management deal and a record label deal contain different terms and conditions.
You have been reading too much Google.
You asked me to teach you. Yeah.
The student listening.
The student is not even paying attention.
Student, will you pay attention to the lecturer?
Okay, so going on. Since a manager essentially works for an artist to provide advice,
but your source
and counsel.
Source near there.
So when you are in a class and your teacher is teaching, do you ask the source of knowledge?
Why? Me call University of Ghana Prof. Adufeni. The watcher first lecture historiography. Me to chair at the SIM obisa. Any question, no be at home.
My teacher, so we are not be sent.
Lego, yam famba Lego said lecture no so bet me I from so bet me say lecture and small can cry mistake. So I'm not.
Okay,
I don't.
And that's for the management. Essentially, works for an artist to provide advice and counsel, and a record label is typically funding and promoting artists' recordings and videos, everything.
Ola, where are you reading this from?
Now I'm reading this.
Who's the authority? Authority bang now what kind?
Okay, I'm not reading. It's not an authority. It's a reference I'm giving you.
So you see, you don't any authority of music business management. You don't have any authority. You are just reading Wikipedia.
I'm not reading Wikipedia. But the point you all agree. I know you agree.
No.
Hold on. I'm not holding on to anything.
You reading Wikipedia?
No, I'm not holding on to anything. Now the thing is this. Dear me, can you? Medical dear futu say ube investia ayaji akwanchire kakra. That's number one. Number two, uji akwanchira etinka we say muno eka o record label deal. Nanka ebia say whichever company wants to take care of the management onosusu dieni. Eka in that instance, those boys that were taken out, they would have had a placement. Patriotiasi, because they have been managing this boy all this while. They have been following him, doing the things on Opeso Moye all this while. But I'm suspecting that afterthought, reading all these things, knowing what is here, knowing that Adie Weno, Ebia from so baby, and Omama is no, they don't want to be part of this. But was also no contract, you know. Also one chance said, Drew maybe now person be BMA. Yemfa A B C D. Ebia make kama bonina from Adie Mami. At this interest rate, and now BBC one share BBS sao. It's no. So long as there's a signing to this, me pacho. I'm not making a case for Black Sheriff. Was signing. When you're not Mr. say man ko tie, and a man ko pay legal bring beer money me ready mano. It is his fault. He has signed it, and he has to abide by it. So say best part. Pacho what you say. But me advice. Moyam nice argument and they say Bibisano Yenjia Futu Ansani Akum. Pachuati I say.
Okay.
Because so Uka says Nipano Ebi Bia or no Ubeji in perpetuity and even after the contractor is serious. Any a passion 6 Artisha sorry Miba. I know I say why so oh massa so oh yeah I want the contract about what kind Who better na black shade why born. Oh, me say show, Nyabutre. Me say show. I'm trying to find that place where he said he will pay even after the contract.
Ola.
Yes, sir.
Na I said now ye dear. Unuanu nyina omo si wo say ade no.
Say me person no mo nyina adwene be pe.
Nobody saying
Say me person no mo nyina adwene be pe.
No, what the aka dia ni nyina no kra.
I say mo nyina ka say my di na maka di back and forth. Everybody was talking. And me to the both side, both parties.
Yeah, or to money.
Now what can say? You
are making some comments here. It's like an indictment. Also, on wash contract and maybe.
Me can say that me can say. Me say mo ka say my di na make contract.
Mama me saso.
Me wie. Etina mdini nyina ma mo say mo kan no. Me wie me. I just be wie.
Ola, you na see from.
Oh, bro, I say we are support you on busy.
Every no so inside ba ho.
Okay, Monkasa. Na me perpetuity no cross.
Socrates on Kasa but I know do person can be.
Okay, good.
Oh, Socrates in Kasa.
No.
I don't person.
On person Kasa be.
Oh, the Kasa, but you see it tells you say the difference between me and Arnold. What you see?
Oh. It's fine. There's a difference. I mean, he's bored. I'm not bored. Yeah, that's fine. Ola issue no. Ola is not being fair to the label when he says contract no extra artist no.
Contrast. No, men chichiri artist and chichiri wine.
Any issue no. No,
so you be stop using the word label.
Point now one about semantics. The fact say yes, they could have said label, blah 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 blah, and says okay label no better kick off the management, the recording, the distribution.
I no cry no, me no cry nyajin because me say ni opeso kan management rules and ye cast stone.
No, and I me say some baho. When you pick the management in Kwana, he talked about say yachiche artists no, and he actually went further to read the entire yachiche artists no.
Some of them.
Nyabuche. He talks about negotiation, supervision, consultation.
That is manager's role.
No.
That is the manager's role.
No.
Listen. What can say? No, you Akasa read all these.
Yes,
me
you the manager exploit the IP of an artist.
Oh, say a match artists no based on the ability to negotiate for the artist, the ability to supervise the dealings of the artist, the ability to have hold consultations on behalf of the artist, to make themselves available for the artist, no, and by exploitation. Now why they didn't?
I think he's basing it based on the errand boy managers now you know. They don't have power.
No, I want to clear the point. So, artists, no, that is wrong.
Okay, so
based on what you read,
based on what I read, or say the manager shall exploit the artist's personality and the bedroom.
The manager not representing the management team.
There's no management team. It's a name. There's no company. There's no management team. It's a name.
Oh God.
The word exploiting now, why confuse?
No. The list of things that they have to exploit. Hold on. I've not read Empire contract.
Exploitation.
No, I've not read it. No, I've not read it. I can only
come with a third party.
The exploit just simply means
the various uses. I will use it. Yes, I will use it to my advantage.
Why should a manager use my?
Because we are putting in money. Because we are putting in money.
Doing that.
Because we are putting because we are putting in money.
I'm the label. I'm the management team. I'm supposed
you
to
are not a label.
What are you saying?
The semantics. It's a contract.
The manager is supposed to exploit the works of the artist. It doesn't mean so basically. It means that the artist, the various uses that you can put the artist working to.
I'll use it to my
advantage. To your advantage. That is where you have a problem.
That's why
I don't agree with you. You see, the reason why I don't agree with you, this is page 5, right? This is page 5. Accounting. If the artist receive gross income directly, artist shall be deemed Oh, I'm sorry. Arnold, what's a cardia sanfrebim? Edi asem crane.
Oh, but you see, if you can't teach.
No. Maybe the perpetuity side is what. Any. That's page 4 commission.
It's good.
Notwithstanding the foregoing, artist likewise agrees to pay manager in perpetuity. Number 1, that's comma. Compensation following the expiration or termination of this agreement with respect to. Oh, hold on. With respect to an all engagement contracts and agreement or extensions, amendment thereto entered into during the term or offers initiated, negotiating during the term and consummated or executed within 3 months following the expiration of. Thank you.
Contract has issues. Maybe with the way it is couched in your kahuna. But even if the word now we use to perpetuity, and I'm going to say these are some of the mistakes because the contract itself is not even in perpetuity. It has a duration.
So now you agree with me?
No. But you,
so now, was it even after the expiration? I not read it. Even after the expiration.
Unim say kakra meti Ola se kakra bi. But e bia senya o presenting no. What you say? Na e kakra. Into Ola to Boase.
Na men ko bi mo.
There be men ko bi mo.
So great now about is here. Wo dey we Ola.
I say footballer. Mama o clear Ola. Mamima anase let's say a footballer. Or what the manager. What you say? The footballer has his or the manager. And obo team not top player no. Inti eba na see e koton player na. Why is it what right to sell the player? Is it the team or the manager? The team. Good. I don't know like I can say. The manager no we are all representing Black Sheriff as a manager no. Now he is taking upon himself duties was a be a record label and na a year. What you must say? And yes, I know person no. Good. I don't know what you say. Then it's not right. Cemetery say kakra.
The man is doing the job of a label. It's just
the
way they know now.
Good. Then you let raise no. Send you no present as no. And na.
All through the contract, he has represented or assigned to himself to the name manager. No, hold on. Manager. And I make us say, then there's a problem. Especially where you are reading now, that even after the expiration of the contract, he still pays you.
Some of the challenges are what we now
which is so
but
difficult.
Someone
mommy crying.
If another person comes to pick Black Sheriff,
he still owes them.
Yeah.
Okay. Kwasi Christo.
I think there was a time duration with it.
Kwasi? Yeah. Me pacho.
No, that is
Kwasi Christo.
Yeah. So most of them court to.
Yeah, sure, of course.
Okay. And
Kwasi.
Anna, yeah, common offense here. Yeah, so great. Now person come.
Adia ba ko ne yemi nwanwa kakra. Revelation abai. Say was it last Thursday and you raise this asem we. And you bro so. Intini am here and say see and discuss woman witness no more kai because they will not be here. Intino me pie no and me frère me send a message first to one of the boys no. And beside say road boys. Yeah. And beside say is it true say bibi say or deny then or no answer frère me. And he denied totally the existence of a Niema would abandon. What you must hear? He denied totally that there is any form of contract whatsoever engagement. And he went further to say, Black Sheriff, Onimakra, Omobejano, Amon Crampo, Ako baby, Ako meet you be without them. Baby Omoko Biano, or Kobiano, Omonen the cock. Into how come say he can go and sign contracts? Me beside say, is there any way? Ebia was sign contract be at their blind side or see no. There is nothing like that. So what sign paper be? And catch us someone me no can say me record my course. Into me voice be but I'm going to hold you to it. Or see yes. I'm telling you there is nothing. there is nothing like a car that he has been given, let alone a house or anything. This is what he told me.
Oh, he was giving, not he was giving.
He was giving, yes.
Because yes. Say information say CC are almost 250 on BBS on meboa. Okay.
Intino
15 shop.
O deny ni nyina because kwesi resist ani ma ni nyina wo han say. Enemy bib star ni nyina baako. O deny ni nyina say a fabrication. Enti ene nka me nka we. The only thing I want to say is put this on record. Say I am so surprised because obore mo a ola ne kan say oh Black Sheriff cover. I mean who papers no. I'm like so there is something because the way I can't say no. Nietzsche say even lotto paper cramp will be ni ho. Let alone this I'm seeing today.
I think that me know the same boat. That's why I played Madonna's voice.
Yes. Yes.
Because after seeing these papers, these documents,
yes, Kwasi. Because to be honest with you, Thursday, ne chese nia born voice no. Ne mi buafu as I didn't say oh yes, based on information mini pen so de mami. And on your be or nkwanche meaning the daily in terms of Black Sheriff issues the BI, you know, he's the first person I contact say BB say, and the way he denied, I am sorry, I'm going to call him again after this show. Last Thursday, oh yes, because last Thursday, me receive BB say it could happen. Say Black Sheriff afa baby, akwa sign BB at their blind side. Me receive even on air. Into BB said, or sin never heard no catch them say Black Sheriff oni makra yi krampo. Let alone he going somewhere to go and sign something. Baby obeko be one of them, and then the call.
Okay, all right. I'm sorry, Yanko. Now. Again, me unsa no da man nsa so
issue no
say
anya about issue
yeah na
issue back when I discuss about Kidney Kwame Agent performance.
Okay.
And one Alex Kumio on Instagram or say and you know say show in your soul.
Me read this message.
Oh, okay, good.
I read the message.
Alex Kumi.
Aye. Also any message.
Yeah. I say floor standing.
Say up ticket in Ibia to Crow.
3 days. Okay.
And it's been sold. I read it here.
Me pacho. Or say. Or say I heard myself when I to because and say, do you know the guy speaking? Or say I heard myself when I tune in, but I wasn't told it is on record anyway.
But I've just cleared it. I said that after seeing that document. After seeing that document.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know.
Well, these are the facts. Ama yenuanim bi omo ka say Black Sheriff I say ye can be bia egune so no, just to explain say no, we didn't even start with bashing Black Sheriff or holding him guilty. But
I don't think anybody has seriously bashed him.
But people have that impression. But based on evidence, any send your mom handle as seven from the beginning. No,
he needs to keep his friends. Mama Socrates here. So we don't keep friends. Yeah, let Socrates keep his friends. Mama he has to do that. Socrates, so do it.
Alex, in fact. What my says form?
Yeah.
What my says form? Yes.
Yo. Now. Yeah.
I'm a what can be.
Is he a counselor?
Because
why a counselor? What he has said.
Now I was a been said the impenifor auntie. Imagine them.
Sure, be me advice. Me my advice. So why you going to ask me? Who be na me the about Susi? How they went?
I know you jump training.
Kwasi.
Kweku Christo, yeah, that's it.
Now, so didn't in Fatawu.
You say didn't come on. Right now, yeah, Kwedi. There was this issue that, in fact, now can say this uncommon way pa. Aircon. Yes, you didn't say be to job about Sarkodinium to me. And asem na Akon dia to John dear. Me personally, me feel say more du pa. Me nim senior bia me nuanom yi wo mo behu no. Minim senior bia me nuamu yi ebehu no. And me come nuamu a mpenfo a me ni o mehia wo hanom sei. Now, quickly, maybe I'll just pick, I mean, their thought on it. I signed Sarkodie for Convict Music, but he wasn't mentally ready to become a global star. Akon reviews. So, Senegalese-born American artist, musician, Akon. And what they have to just say, yes, was signing Sarkodie nyumtuni, well, the record label Convict. But it seems Kwakoye said Sarkodie na onye ready on CC no onya hoboa say wo be international global star ni nyina ko na nsem no aka no emu edu Tilly, just briefly we entity and bia God willing next week betimi edi hu komo
next week na menya aka meka ne me akọ reading in year part we dey man fa me ho na next week meeting
aka Christianess yeah any sen ka so kan sa anka be de
sa ne be ye no sa ne be ne pa
any ntimi fa nko se fridge
na metimi chia obi dia na me nkomra
men chia obi because sa de na men chia obi a before me hu na wo ye advert ni ade
oh na de no advert
Socrates
well me kan here no I would like to hear from Sarkodie's side because we I said Black Sheriff contract here be you knew what is in the contract or what was in the contract be on so any team omo kodwen hu no mu say why inti omo for muti anye no inti na nya say be or just serious.
What has come over you lately with this I like to hear.
I told you already. Say Yatana say Abashia Malita no.
Oh, stop that. We don't and stop what you are doing. If you don't know how to, if you don't have an idea, don't say.
Oh, okay.
Because then all of them, your brothers here and sister, then Obianso Bekasa.
Tilly is not my sister.
Yeah, the case to Honoma.
Okay.
Now say you knew how we see a canoa. Remember, as you say, and you have to hear and I have to. I know. I mean to you.
Sarkodie was not mentally ready to be a global star. 2022 or a global star, not a global star.
Maybe we need to define who a global star is.
Okay.
First.
Okay.
And to me define our definition, and I'm sure say no dear we can simply put in key these words in Google.
Okay, but first of all, yeah, my now so Google are there sources be beba. Sources be beba.
Oh, they just person
can access Wikipedia.
Me see authority ni hwan ya.
Exactly, besides our source no hwan.
Source authority won't mean can. And I'm saying you have been reading too much Wikipedia.
Yeah. But my member gentleman no yes I interview say friend Kali J.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that I see his name pop up almost all the time. He's doing well. So big ups to him. Now, Akon Kasai. Some of the things he said no serious stuff. And so me and so much trying and until get some response. Yeah, from say Sani Sia now.
Yeah, we got to
Sani Sia. Then we can actually analyze the matter properly.
Do you think that Akon should have said your kind about Sarkodie?
Maybe he's saying his truth. Maybe me some of the things he said no at this particular moment Sarkodie is a big star.
Yeah.
What I say so far in same so one fan in same he's doing well now. But I said back what kind the fact say global star.
Yeah.
And you see Akon has been responsible for actually bringing up global stars. From who? Lady Gaga to Juan. What I say? So when we're able to figure out from Sarkodie team, they see now we'll come to a question obitimi am a Sarkodie a global star or not. You get where I'm coming from?
Yeah.
So and go into the matter, find out from the guys on Sarkodie team. Say am passe the can and okay. Almost the version back, then we can analyze the matter.
Why this whole deal between convict and
engineer?
Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay. All right.
Hola. Oh yeah, we are waiting.
Mr. Michael.
We are waiting for better and clearer particulars.
Better and
yes, so that better and clearer particulars and references which are not Wikipedia.
When say so create you support about onim say nyan or the kind and yet the same thing as onu kan you. Yeah, it's not the same thing. I don't say something weightier. You said nothing. That is what.
Oh my God.
I want you to sit down. That's why.
You are so predictable.
I block sitting.
I know how to punch. I was of a translate.
Yeah, block sitting.
Yeah, because you're example. Yeah.
Kwasi penny bit na wadaroma. Permit me na mincha na kakra. Professor Dorothy na our University of Ghana. Ono na Nuguchi Memorial Institute omo director. Na utie program na pa na no de to catch them say tell Kwasi Aboagye and listen to the show.
What's makunta? How na makunta you?
I into Kwasi Etiana na fiso.
Dr. Inyan.
Oh, okay. And then also Nana Oye
so
ni apam.
So catch doc say Dr. Inyan makunta.
Mate, me catch do. And I fiso Nana Oye ni apam any Mr. Adams no bibi o won Nguchi Memorial Institute. We show you there say mo wadaroma ye dedicated the mamo pa.
Okay. Councillor Yempon. But look, you need to render apology to me.
Me?
Yeah, I saw Pamcho. And throw now we try radio so about year power show last week. You need to apologize.
No,
you need to apologize. If you don't apologize, I'll bring the thing back.
No, listen. If you say I need to apologize,
you need to apologize.
No, apologize for what?
You have apologized to me off air. So
no, I didn't. I apologize to you because you didn't understand what you are apologizing for. No, I don't. No, listen. No, bro. You are bringing the balance in here. You played. No. Don't do that. Kwasi played.
What were you apologize? You apologized to me on air. You don't want to apologize.
No. I said two things.
You see, you know why I stopped.
Hold on,
You know why I didn't touch on
this?
Because he apologized to me.
No, apologize to because if you don't understand what you apologize for. No, Kwasi.
You see he's dragging it.
Kwasi. You see, let's be fair to
then I will take you off the mic.
Oh no! Don't do that. That one when you do, you don't be fair.
Why did you apologize to me?
No, apologize to if you didn't know what you are apologizing for.
You see?
No. I mean, I'm very sane with my language. I'm saying,
next time
you bash me, and I said, sane with my language. And
next time
he bashed me, and when he bashed me, he said, and I told you the first thing that Obia be saying to Mama Kasa. But who beside you are the first person I'm answering to that. He said no.
Okay.
So when you bash me, say as a counselor as this, that's why I took your apology.
Apologize. Let's move on.
If you want me to apologize to you, Kwasi, I apologize to you for what apology you want. But if what we discuss, your apology to me last week was not a qualified apology and they hurt you so much. Then I apologize for your apology and I release my apology to overcome your apology.
Apologize to all Ghanaians.
So listeners, on behalf of myself, I apologize to Kwasi for apologizing to me for what he said against me. Okay, now in my
I said apologize to Ghanaians.
I apologize to Ghanaians for Kwasi apologizing to me wrongly. But for nothing. There's nothing to be apologized about. So he apologized for nothing. Because somebody sent him to apologize to me. But well, Kwasi, this psychological issue of artists, next to give us because he said he was not psychologically prepared.
Mentally
prepared. Okay, well, he was reading the same psychic.
I mean, some not kind of deep. We need to really analyze it.
Age, maybe you're one. Would it be two anima or what must say? Me graduate in same way me graduate all the two men say men can. Ucho me can me popo. But as you master the game, you learn to know say nipa bu fu. Once me say your panel say obetimi katia obo no bibu fu work it out. Ejuma no ma wo besua say managing your emotions and your thoughts and your feelings in cry enti bia sa kwade kan no. Say am pass o kan ye mpo a. Sa time no this na no de kan no. Wa master to that level. So managing the psychic and the emotions of the individuals in the limelight in here pa. It is all cancer. Ebi odika. ultimately odika na baby we do sisi ano wo the two anima ebe big amount but we thank God say one fairly because na me ko hwehwe global star man definition of global star a company pen e wo and you know person any company and you mo nko Wikipedia bio e say makọ ho wie global star ni ho a company me da money as 7609644 Tonga Tali Lion